my name is Lindsay, and I am your game runner and host for today's very special anniversary episode of the Portent Kast. The Portent Kast is a queer, female, and non-binary actual play show where we have been playing TTRPGs of all sorts for 2 years! I just want to say that being a part of the Portent Kast these past 2 years has been incredible. Being able to meet such amazing people and getting into TTRPGs that I would have probably otherwise been clueless about has been an awesome experience. I have grown a lot of knowledge and skills through this group that are able to translate to other parts of my life as well. And I have made such incredible friendships along the way. To celebrate this great milestone, you are tuning in to the first of our two-part epilogue to One of Us, our Masks A New Generation miniseries. And to touch a bit more on that, we have a special message from Lila.
Thank you, Lindsay. My name is Blair with Goat Network News, reporting live from downtown Goatham, where authorities have just uncovered an underground drug ring. Local college student was walking the streets late last night to celebrate the Portent Kast's second-year anniversary when he witnessed suspect Malachi Vex handing out dice bags just like the ones on your screen now. The anonymous college student had this to say about his experience.
Yeah, so I was just walking down Bleak Street, listening to my favorite podcast, TPK. If you know, you know. And out of the corner of my eye, this dude was just in the alleyway handing out bags of dice. I mean, I assumed that was a front, and of course it was, because the cops wouldn't arrest a man like that if it wasn't. But he was saying some stuff about checking out his social medias, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube community page to enter in his giveaway for more dice. I don't know if you could even get more entries to the giveaway by following all the rules across all the platforms. It could be possible. Like I said, I don't know.
Another source states that Derek Bishop, a known wrestling promoter, was also spotted near Bleak Street late last night when the drug bust occurred. It was said he was handing out flyers that read, "If you want to win your very own hand-drawn map of your TTRPG setting, to please send proof of your personal donations to those suffering in Palestine, Congo, or Sudan to the Portent Kast email on the screen now." Both giveaways end Friday, August 16th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is a week from today. Authorities, though, have stated there is no current evidence that connects Mr. Bishop to the drug ring, but more on that soon. Back to you, Lindsay.
As a reminder, Masks is a D6 dice system Magpie Games TTRPG, where a team of young heroes fight villains, save lives, and try to figure out who they are to themselves and society. This is fan-made content, and we do not represent, work for, or speak for Magpie Games. Now, let's introduce the players returning for this epic epilogue.
Hi, my name is Harlow, and I use she, it pronouns because just like our characters, I've grown over the break. TPK has been a really good experience for me because I always want to run games, I always want to play in games, and I always want to meet amazing people while I do it, and I've met some of the greatest people I've ever met here, and I've had more fun than I've ever had playing RPGs. So thanks, TPK. I'm never leaving. You're stuck with me forever. In Masks, I play Maxine Hightower, who uses she, her pronouns. She is the GH Knight, who also uses she, her pronouns, don't get confused. She is the ass-kicking, high-flying, wrestling, motorcycling, and often self-injurious protege of the Rattlesnake, who has never done anything successfully, but she's becoming okay with that.
Hello, I'm Ezra. I use he, a pronouns. TPK has meant a lot to me over these past 2 years. I've met a lot of amazing people, made a lot of amazing friends, and had a bunch of different opportunities outside of games as well. I love these people, and I'm a little shit, and they love me for being a little shit, and it's great. In Masks, I play Jesse Alvarez, aka Pistol, who uses he, him pronouns. He is like your average like grunge rocker. He's a bartender. Has a lot of plates spinning around, and would much rather ignore the plate, like keeping the plates spinning around. Like, no, I don't need help. It's fine. And you look behind him and see a whole bunch of plates broken, but it's fine. He's fine. It's fine. Yeah, he mainly uses a sonic punch power that he has, while also having energy absorption as a secondary power that he uses via finger guns, which is part of what his name came from.
Hello, I'm Tess. She, her pronouns. So, what does TPK mean to me? Well, a whole heck of a lot, I'd say. Before this, I had only played like D&D twice, maybe, if I'm lucky, and now I've gotten to play so many different games. It meets so many really, really, really cool people, and it's just been like really cool to have in my life. And I'll probably be a lot more sappy about it later. I play Camille Lopez, also known as La Cambia. She's just your typical. She also uses she/her pronouns. Just your typical traumatized 20-something-year-old. That classic old I was raised and experimented on in a lab kind of thing. So now she's like dealing with that and loving it and turning into all sorts of silly things and just having a silly old good time.
Hi, I'm Leah, she, they pronouns. This is my second year with TPK, and it's been a great 2 years. I've gotten to play more kinds of games, got to explore more characters, meet new players, meet players with maybe more experience than I have. And so it's been really nice to expand that sense of community with TPK. On Masks, I play Ryder Hawthorne, they, them pronouns, also known as Astrofool. By day, they are a youngin' with blue hair, pronouns, and roller skates. Kind of goofy, kind of just rolling around life as much as they can currently. But as a hero, they have a celestial jester theme outfit, also kind of goofy, with some darker undertones as the powers they came into contact with start to slowly consume them.
Hello, I'm Janice. I use she, her pronouns. Being a part of TPK has been just the greatest ride at Disney World. I get to meet so many amazing people, and I get to play fun games with all of my friends. I hope that we stay friends forever, and I hope to be a part of TPK for as long as TPK loves me, too. Anyway, I play Luna Martinez in Masks, or aka the Transistor. Luna started off as a black hat hacker on the dark web. That's basically a hacker who uses their powers for nefarious reasons. After finding a grown man talking to her little brother, and after that, she kind of got bored in school because she was too smart and made herself her own superhero by implanting little chips inside her so she could have powers.
Follow us at the Portent Kast on Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode of One of Us. So here's what you missed on Masks. In episode 1, a group of young heroes met at a party. An arm wrestling competition occurred where Luna thought she had completely broken Camille's arm. Most of the group thought Maxine was a narc, and the gang completed their first act of heroism as a group by stopping a couple of bank robbers.
Yes. In episode 2, the group dubbed themselves the Gimmicks and helped save civilians from a burning building that Camille recognized. And they also had their first encounter with an unknown group called HAWG. That is HAWG.
In episode 3, Ryder had their first vision amongst the group, showing a wrestling competition coming up. Jesse and Ryder found familiar faces in photos from the burning building incident and followed up on those. And Maxine and Camille scout out the location for the big wrestling competition.
In episode 4, at said wrestling competition, Jesse recognized familiar faces in the crowd. Ryder had another vision that linked their nemesis, the Ringmaster, to said wrestling competition. Maxine fought a metahuman and won, by the way, with no outside help, asterisk, and then told off her mentor with the team listening in, which unlocked her moment of truth. It's your favorite moment. I know it is.
In episode 5, the group kidnapped a truck driver. Ryder, Luna, Jesse, and Camille went into further details about their backstories. Maxine asked Luna out. The group found out that there was a new pen in which Camille was experimented on. Jesse visited his mom in prison and then found out that she's been telling him the truth and that she did not kill his father this whole time.
In episode 6, Ryder showed the group their sanctuary and the origin of their powers. And in that sanctuary, they trained an unlikely raccoon ally, Lois. Ryder found out that they can force themselves into visions. And Maxine provided the group with their own steeds, some interestingly colored vehicles. The group faced off against Easy D and the Ringmaster, who turned out to be Jesse's mom's identical twin, Estella? Maxine faced Easy D alone, and in the midst of all the chaos, the villains got away.
Okay, so that's the session recap. We are going to first start off with the start of session. We start off with the team pool at 3 from last session, so we add 1 more point to that pool, which puts us at 4.
Ooh.
Okay, so immediately at the end of session 6, Easy D and Estella, known as the Ringmaster, who is Jesse's long-lost aunt, but also Ryder's nemesis, got away. You all had... Maxine had called Steph to go ahead and rein everyone in, take care of the metahumans that were in the canisters that y'all found, along with Thunderbolt Troy, who was not yet in a canister, but he was in like the jail cell right across the room. Ryder had also destroyed the Ringmaster's mask at the end of episode 6. So you guys are... Everything's kind of being collected. What are you guys doing while you're waiting for the reinforcements to occur? What's going on?
The first thing Luna does is go to the computer and delete her code.
Okay. What does deleting your code entail?
When she goes to delete her code, it is really just like going into a Microsoft document and pressing delete on everything. However, when it does happen, the glow in her eyes stop, and like she's still wearing clothes, but it's now like just nothing. It's not powered. Like the green lines are no longer there. She's just kind of wearing this like black suit now. And the pistol's jacket is still a jacket, but now it doesn't quick change the way it used to, and none of our earpieces work. Basically, everything turns off. You see just everything in the transistor that makes the transistor go away.
Got it. And I will go ahead and say that this does unlock your moment of truth. So if you will go ahead and read that for the audience.
All right. Moment of truth. This is when you show them what you really are, whether you're the hero underneath the rebel facade or the one who can make the hard choices heroes can't make. You do whatever it takes to show that truth, whether it's saving the day from a terrible villain or stopping a bad guy once and for all. Of course, once you've shown what you really are, there's no going back to playing the clown.
Perfect. So by unlocking your moment of truth, you can go ahead and permanently lock one of your labels.
I guess the thing that would make more sense is mundane. In this scenario? Or...
I mean, that makes sense because you're essentially taking away your own powers to save for the greater good, to not have your code being used in the hands of evil and stuff, and thus removing transistor, at least for the time period. So that does make sense.
Yeah, I think it's going to be mundane then.
Okay. Awesome. Is anyone else doing anything in this immediate time frame of right after the villains have gotten away?
I think that Maxine would... Everything's pretty wrapped up. Villains are gone. And, like, there's definitely a moment where Maxine is, like, cussing, beating herself up. I mean, her guy just got away. Ryder's guy just got away. Hard not to blame herself for that. But I think, like, she looks over and sees Luna, and, like, all the glow is gone. The glow from her eyes is gone. And just, like, I think that Maxine's going to save her pity party for later and just go put a hand on Luna's shoulder and be there in what is certainly a shitty moment for her.
I think Camille's gonna like stare, like de-transform, stare at the like broken tubes that had people and goob in them, and just like kind of like be trembling, and then just kind of force herself to look away, and then go over to Jesse and be like, "Hey, man, like I know this is a stupid question, but like, are you okay?"
This is so funny because even before you said that in my head, I'm like, Jesse's gonna punch the wall. And I was like, oh, yeah.
Do you want me to turn back into a rhino again so you can punch me?
That would make it worse.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
We can arm wrestle later. I'm super strong. You can go hard.
Great.
Yeah, I got you.
He punches the wall again.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Do whatever you want to this place. Please.
Ryder is just kind of standing almost like too still, staring down at like the pieces of the mask they just stomped on. And the fact that they were so close to the nemesis and to what felt like the end of this, and they just got away. And then it's just gonna stare down at it for a while before finally like looking up and kind of looking over at Jesse.
We're gonna find her.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm not going to let anyone build this again. I don't care what happens. This is not going to keep going.
She can't just be out there. We have to find her.
Okay. So you all kind of disperse at this point. The superhero world has kind of heard of you in the past few weeks, but this has been a very relatively short period of time between when you first had met at the party and until now. And so even though the Gimmicks as like a social media group and everything is going, no one still really actually knows you on a personal level except Steph. And Steph still only really knows Maxine. So you guys disperse. From that point, about a little over 6 months goes by. In that time frame, what all is everyone doing? And we're gonna go person by person on this, just to make sure that everyone gets their moments and what you're wanting to go ahead and build up with what's been going on. So Maxine, we'll start with you.
Okay. So Maxine kind of spent the first few weeks reflecting on like what went wrong, because she's already been through that first journey of, okay, I'm not the best in the world. I'm not even really that good at this, but I put together an amazing group. So like, how do I close the gap between like my shortcomings and like how do I fix what happened here? Because it's part of it is my fault. And so what Maxine has been working on a lot is not just like leading the team, but being like a team player. In her training, she is including everybody there. Like, she tries to make sure that nobody goes off on their own, trains on their own. Like, she wants to make sure that like in a situation where they have to do some superheroing, everyone is playing off of each other's strengths. Nobody's alone. Nobody's like splitting the team up. Like, we are a unified front because it's more important to be together now than ever. And like, we're not going to succeed if we're all doing our own thing all the time. On a personal level, she's gotten back into the wrestling world. She won like a mid-card belt. Nothing special at all. It's like the Goatham City Championship. It's just like a big gold belt the shape of a goat. But like, it's something. You know, it's an achievement. And she's splitting her time between that and dating Luna, which there have been better girlfriends in the world than Maxine Hightower. She has never once managed a schedule, and she's not about to start now, which makes her frustrating to be in a relationship with. But she is trying. That doesn't make her good, but she's trying.
What did that post shits coffee outing look like? Not to be confused with the post coffee shits.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Janice weigh in, but I feel like it was probably very awkward. I feel like they were like giggling the whole time. Like, there's probably like not a whole lot of conversation because they were trying to get over the awkwardness of like breaking through that, like, you know, we're friends and like superhero coworkers barrier.
And I think the fact that there's this issue is still open-ended. We keep making the joke that it's this is not the official post shit coffee, but this is the post shit coffee of like what was happening at that moment. So we still have another, like, we're still like, yeah, it still hasn't happened yet. I think we're a little like, it's not this is a post coffee shit, but not the one. And when that happens.
Yeah, okay, I like that. So like, we're not taking this seriously because like, we're not letting ourselves like begin the capital R relationship.
I think it's also hard for us to have an outing where it's just fun, where I think we both are holding the weight of still what's going on our shoulders. So it's kind of like trying not to talk about work.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, what do you think they are right now? Like, what's the last thing you heard?
Yeah.
No, sorry, you're right. We're out in public. We shouldn't talk about this.
Yeah, like when it's not like a big event, I imagine like one or two of us go out on patrol, just like, you know, updating everyone. And so like whenever it's not us and we're just together, like we're just like, oh man, do you see what Ryder sent? Like, that mugging looks crazy, and it's like we're not actually bonding in any meaningful way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between the wrestling and the dating Luna, has Maxine attempted to also get any sort of information, catch up with Steph, since you are now back on good terms with her? Anything on the superhero front for Maxine?
And yeah, like, I think that when she's on the clock, quote unquote, she's always looking out for references to Easy D, Ringmaster, that sort of thing. I think that, like, I think she's a little discouraged from doing it on her own. So, like, any sort of digging is whenever we're all together, because, like, every time she tried to do it before, didn't go great whenever she was just, like, doing it by herself. So that's, like, that anything regarding, like, the big main mystery is, like, a team effort as far as she's concerned. On the Steph front, I think she's kind of letting that slip, because, like, in Maxine's brain, it's like, okay, we're good now, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And so, like, she's not doing anything to actually maintain that relationship, because, like, it's just, like, a box that's been checked in her mind. Like I said, she's not great at, like, personal relationships, because, like, if something's fine and done, it's probably going to be fine and done forever.
Okay. Did you want to, like, role play, like, getting the new gadgets and stuff from, and, like, the resources from Steph and everything?
I guess the most organic way to do this would be, like, I'll just be visiting her at the Snake Holler, and, like, now that we're on good terms, she's doing the thing parents and family members do, where she's just like, oh, you need this, take this back to your house, and it's just, like, a bunch of stuff, and, like, the stuff that I took from my advancements is, like, the stuff I like, but she's also giving me a bunch of other random crap, like old trophies from, like, her, like, wrestling / superhero days, like, oh, this was the trickster's fancy bolo tie, and it's like, I don't want this.
Okay. So at one point during the past 6 months, you go and visit Steph, and you go to her cave, and she's just like, "Oh, you actually are gracing me with your presence without it being a job."
Oh my god, the dramatics are not necessary. We're cool, right?
I mean, we're cool, but
yeah,
I gotta give you shit. Like, we go from you being my sidekick to now we've got a whole team to run.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's a big responsibility.
Anyways, so I've seen that you're back in the wrestling world now, thanks to the match, I guess, or...
I'm Gotham City inter-tri-state champion.
Yeah, saw that. Congratulations on that.
Not the best belt, but...
I mean, right, that's the amateur league, but I mean, you gotta start somewhere, again, right? I get it.
Well, where am I going to find the time to go compete in the Fed whenever I'm doing superhero stuff too, you know? So I got to take my wins where I can get them.
I mean, I guess. And like she gets up and she starts walking further into the cave, and it's kind of like under the assumption and guise that you're just automatically going to follow, kind of a deal. So I mean, I guess since you're back in the wrestling world and stuff, but you're also doing the superhero stuff, and oh, by the way, thanks for, you know, helping find that layer and stuff. We were able to completely knock it down and get rid of it, so that's at least a good thing.
Oh, good. Luna Transistor, the green one, because I know she doesn't know who that is. Deleted all that code too, so any of that software they were using.
Oh, that's what happened with that.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
well,
should slow them down for a while.
She like gives you this like really awkward look, and it's just like, I mean, if it was her code that they were using, good on her that she deleted it. However, just so you're aware, that also deleted everything, so we have no idea who these, and she gestures, but like you know at this point that like none of them are there. Like we know we're kind of back to ground zero on information with them. But that's not because she's really trying hard to be not a bitch. Yeah. And to be like more trusting with like your team, even though like she's fine without a team, kind of a deal. She's just like not to make that a ding against her. I'm just giving you information, you know. We kind of have no information, but
no, it's a setback, but
little bit.
Given the circumstances, I think it was the right call. I mean, I'd rather them not have it than, you know, have the chance to go digging through it.
Sure, I get that. And so while you're talking and everything, she's like rummaging through old stuff and pulling things out. And so, like you said, she's giving you like 2 different trophies and things like that. So this is gonna be like, if you're serious about getting back into the wrestling world, you've got to, like, these were mine that I got like back in the day. I'm loaning them to you just for inspiration, but I want them back. So keep them in pristine condition. Anyways, and so you try to interject, and she's like, nope. She just rolls right over you. Also, I found this like, it's a net launcher that I got from like Sonic Man. I don't know why he even had it, but maybe it'll be useful for you. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that because your team was the one that, you know, found the new pin and everything like that. I'm assuming you're wanting to like run with following up with all of that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take point on that.
Yeah. Okay. So here's that. Also because these are metahumans that you're dealing with, if you ever do get into a point where you actually can grab hold of them, I would say not let go of them. But also here, in case you need it, and she gives you like a pair of handcuffs that they look like handcuffs, but like you can tell by feeling them that they are not just like regular everyday run-of-the-mill handcuffs kind of a deal.
Roll them around like an old West jailer.
Yeah, you might want to not do that, especially with your, like red, white, and blue. You kind of look like you're...
not you two. You're the one who made me like all narky.
What do you mean I made you all narky?
You're Captain Paranoid. Mean? You live in a cave, and like you're the one who was like, oh, you need to collect dossiers on all these superheroes to take them out one day.
Yeah, you need all this information. I couldn't be a narc because, my history, the background, all of that. Like, the government's not going to take me, but like... Anyways, and she gives you like some other like clutter things that you don't necessarily know what to do with, but it could potentially help you create new things or whatnot. And like at the end of the day, at the end of the scene, like you're literally just like standing there with your arms full, and she looks at you and she like looks back around. She's like, okay, I think that's it. Do you want a box for that? I'll go get you a box.
That would be delightful. I think that like on the way out from that visit, and like, all right, thanks so much, and like I give her like, the awkward hug you give an adult in your life. It's like you're not super close to anymore. It's like, oh yeah, it's good to see you. And then like as I was like, oh, by the way, I'm dating someone. Bye. And then
so you say that at the same time that she's like, that she yells out, because like you give her the hug and you're saying that on your way out. So like she's also started walking past or back into the cave, and she's just like, don't be a stranger, kid, while you're saying I'm also dating. And she like you hear the kid, and then you close the door, and then she like all of a sudden like from outside you hear just like, wait, what?
I'm on Steed. I'm gone. I'm not having that conversation with her.
You get a text from her. Excuse me, what now?
What?
Did you say you were dating someone?
Oh yeah, and BD.
Kind of BD.
I put off replying for as like long as I can. It's like 9:00 at night, and I'm just like, yeah, it's Luna, Transistor, the green one.
All of a sudden, you get all of the information that like you yourself have on Luna, because you've got files of your own, and like it's just all of this information just comes to you in like a very secure text kind of a deal, so no one else would be able to track it or anything like that. Just FYI.
Yeah, I know. She's dope as hell.
Okay, cool. And then we'll move on to Jessie. What has Jessie been up to in the 6+ months?
Coping, or trying to cope. For like the first, like I want to say like a month to 2 months, he like developed a pretty short fuse and was like pretty like blunt about stuff, kind of like lashing out when he really shouldn't have been. He does apologize and like tries to make up for it, and like it still comes up, but most of it was just of like a whole lot of shit happened and he needed to process and like rational and like just process all of that. So it's still kind of there, but he's dialed it back, became more laid back again, and will still very heavily apologize for any shit that he says. And it took him like a couple weeks, but he eventually got the courage to visit his mom, and because he now has confirmation of like you can't really kill someone if they were never dead. And he tells her that his dad's alive.
Okay, so Jessie goes to the prison for the first time since, and mind you, back in, for the audience's sake, in episode 5, Jessie had visited his mom, basically told her that no matter what she said, he was going to believe that she's the one who killed his father, only to find out at the very end of that episode that his father was probably still alive.
I hate men. Anyway. Can that be his defense? Is that he's a man? Okay.
So, again, it's your typical prison. You're coming in. You've got the glass in front. You've got the 2 corded phones that are hanging on each side of the glass. And she picks it up. This is yet another surprise. Especially after the last time you visited, you said you weren't coming back again. You said that you were going to let sleeping dogs lie.
Dad's alive.
I'm sorry, what?
He's alive.
And how do you know that?
I can't say, and you don't have to trust me. I didn't trust you for years. You can kick me out of here whenever you want. I don't deserve to say sorry. You deserve more than that. You deserve a better son than I was. But I am incredibly, incredibly sorry. Words cannot explain.
I'm not going to kick you out. You were a kid when everything happened, and I completely understand your anger and frustration when I've been locked up for this crime that I never committed for as long as I have. I get that. I'm just wondering how this information came about, especially after you were asking all these questions about Derek Bischoff and the trial and everything like that. Have you been careful? Because are you in trouble? What?
No, I'm... And Jesse, looks and, he opens his mouth like he's gonna say something and just, looks and realizes that, they're not exactly the most private of... Is anyone here? Are there any... I know there's he's gonna look at the there's cameras.
There are cameras. It's a prison.
Yeah, it's a prison. He's like... I wish that I can tell you more. I really, really do. I'm okay. Selena and Mateo are okay. And Dad is going to be. And I will make sure that you are okay too. And the soonest I can, I'm going to clear your name. No matter what it takes.
And you can see that she's processing this. It's very much so one of those where you can tell that she believes that you believe what you're saying, but she doesn't necessarily believe in the reality of if it's true, B, what all this entails. There's just a lot of emotions running through her face at the moment. But prison visits aren't forever. They've got a time limit. And so does this mean that I'm going to be seeing you more then?
If you'll allow me.
I mean, of course I'll allow you. You're my son.
Yeah, I'll definitely be back more often.
Okay. Just stay safe. Keep everyone else safe. you're not giving me much to go on, so I don't really know what else to say with this, but just be careful, I guess.
Jesse very much considers telling her about... I'm gonna roll for it. I'm gonna... Okay. I feel like ultimately he does back out of it just because he's like, you don't know really who's listening.
Sure.
Kind of thing, and it was like, but it's very like a very clear sign that like he wants to say something but ultimately doesn't.
Okay. Your mom, even though like you haven't been visiting that often and stuff like that, like innately she's still your mom, and so somehow she still like registers that there's more that you're not saying, kind of a deal. But she lets it go. Because she also understands the circumstances. So she's just like, okay, well, I mean, visit anytime you want, and like I said, just stay safe.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Okay.
And then like you guys both share like one of those like awkward, like tension filled but like also relieving tension, like giggles kind of a deal. It's like, haha, okay. And then like the guards come and take her away. So okay, so you've been visiting her now, reforming that relationship with her.
He's also been leaning more into his band, and they've released an album, and he's wrote like 1 or 2 songs. And they start playing like a bunch of gigs around town, and Jesse will invite everyone to every single one, but it's like, you don't have to attend. It's just like, the invitation's open, here's where we're gonna be playing, kind of thing.
Does the rest of the group show up for Jesse's shows?
Oh, we totally do, right?
100%.
We made shirts.
Oh,
right?
absolutely, we do.
Yeah.
Shirts.
Yeah.
Cups. Foam fingers.
Yes. we're like almost annoying, like parents or something. We're just like, yeah.
At one
You're always,
point,
like,
you just
front row.
start specifying you really don't have.
Don't have to come.
Every time we're just like, I know him.
And we're like have makeup going. Like, what do you mean? We're definitely going.
You don't have to. It's
Like,
it's
Like a sporting
fine.
event.
I'm having Luna like put sequins like on my eyebrows. It's like, so what did he say?
I don't know. I think we're going.
Okay.
Perfect. Love that.
And then also very much, again, also leaning into training with Maxine, and is trying to get better at like hand-to-hand combat, because he came to the realization all his knowledge was from street fighting, which is not the greatest way to learn.
Valid. Totally valid. Okay. Did you want to include your dad's stuff?
Yes. I think it's during like he's training one-on-one with Maxine, and because he's not good at talking, but he's good at talking when he hits things. So he just very much blurts out, and he's like, "Hey, do you think your mentor could tell me what do you think she'd say about the places that the people that we found in the building are?"
Oh, I didn't. Is that like classified?
He hasn't said anything about it.
I mean, you guys don't know about it at the moment, or like, up until this point.
Yeah, she's been handling everything about that.
Yeah, she's really bad at communicating. I'm sure I'll call her up. Get you an address or something. I mean, I have no idea. I hope to God he's not posted in the Snake Holler, because that place is a hole. But I'll see what he's up to.
Okay, yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. So I do that.
Okay, you call up Steph.
Oh, good. I have to play it.
Yo.
Keep talking there. All right. All right. Bring.
Yeah? Hello?
Hey, are you out on patrol?
Hey. Hey, nope.
Good
Not on patrol right now. What's up?
Great. I was wondering, the people from the pen, that, had you come get, where have they been staying?
So they are being kind of kept at a remote location right now.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that, it seems like their memories have been wiped, and so they don't really know who they are. We don't really know who they are. So it's kind of safer right now to keep them on the down low.
Is that remote location the snake hauler?
No, it's not.
Okay. I don't like you living in a cave, let alone everyone.
I'm fine in my cave.
Okay. Look, I don't want to, jeopardize the security of this operation. I really appreciate you handling it. One of those people is, Jesse's father.
Who's Jesse?
Pistol. Guy in the hoodie guy. The finger guns. Yeah. Yeah. There's a secure way for you to get an address to me, or set up some kind of comms between them. It's been a big shock to him. So I think it'd be good for him to at least see the guy, know he's safe.
Okay. I can probably securely send you an address, but like I said, their minds have been wiped, so
yeah,
he's not going to remember him.
I know, and I don't want to stress him out either. I'll talk to Jesse. I'll tell him what's going. I mean, he already knows what's going on, but I'll give him the address. I'll stress that hey, he's not going to know you, just so that doesn't hit him like a truck the way all of this has.
Okay. Then, yeah. I'll send that over.
Okay. Thank you, Steph.
Stay out of trouble.
No. Click.
And Steph ends up sending you the location, but also security parameters of getting into location safely, kind of a deal.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll go to Jesse with those. I want to put them in a manila folder because it looks cool, like a secret agent thing.
Oh, dude, nice presentation.
I'm all about presentation. You know me. I designed a bunch of animal cars. This is all I do. So I've got the address. It's kind of a hike. There's instructions here how to get through the gate. There's a lot of security, which is a good thing. I know you know this, but there's memory loss, so I mean, he's not going to know you. Which I know it's not going to be fun when you're talking to him. I don't really have any advice on that front. I've never dealt with an amnesiac family member. Might be good for you to keep that you're related on the DL, just to not stress them out. Other than that, what you do next is up to you. If you want someone with you, I'll go with you. If not, we're here. So.
I think I'll just sleep on it for now.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Hey, no problem. Anything else I can do, don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah, of course. And same here. There's not much I can do, but
hey, I've never gotten, well, that's a lie. I've never gotten my ass kicked 3 times by the same guy. So next time, we got it for sure.
Those are the only 2 times that he's actually beaten her. The rest of the times, she's beaten his ass.
No, they've only met twice. And he beat her ass both times. Don't laugh.
It's kind of funny, but
whatever. All right. Maxine will. I don't know if they're like, we're good friends. I don't think we're close enough for like a hug. So I think she like gives you like an awkward dap, just like, yeah, what's up? We're pals. And then she'll leave you to your business.
Does Jesse use that information?
yeah, he will go. Yeah, he'll go. It takes him a while to build up the courage, but he will go.
Okay. I will say, so you get in and stuff. Steph has set it up to where you don't really have to talk to many people, kind of a deal, because she'd rather not talk to people if she can help it, kind of a thing. So you're able to get in, no problem. You see that it's not like prison-y, but it gives like prison vibes, only because like this is kind of what these people have known now at this point.
Yeah.
And so it's very comfortable. It's not like riches and stuff comfortable, but like it's comfortable enough for what it's needed to be, kind of a deal. But it's weird because you see they have like little name tags on the rooms and stuff, and all you see are like Jane Does and John Does, because like Steph had told Maxine, they don't know who they are. Both the people themselves don't know who they are themselves, but also the superheroes who have helped put this place together, they don't know who they are either.
I feel like Jesse like goes up to the door. Does he know which? If it's all John Does and Jane
You can see they've got like. I don't want to compare it to like Thor with like in the prisons where it's like glass and stuff, but it's kind of similar kind of ish, where like you can see inside them. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair. I feel like Jesse gets to the door, looks in, and is there for a bit. I don't think he has the courage to, like, he had the courage to go. I don't think he has the courage yet to talk to him.
Okay.
So I think he'll just stand there and, like, as creepy as this looks, is just kind of, like, watching him for a bit and, like, is trying to process, like, this, like, he doesn't know he's my father, but, like, this, he's alive. And he is okay as he can be, kind of thing. And I feel like eventually he will just walk away.
Okay. I'll say, like, your dad, like, notices you, but not in a, like, you're not giving off any sort of, like, a vibe or anything where he would try and pursue you either. To try and be like, you know, why are you here? Why, like, what's going on, kind of a deal. So you're able to just, like, watch him for a little bit without really concerning anyone.
He waves a little bit. It was very, like...
He's just like...
He's being very creepy. He'll just leave.
He'll go, he'll be reading a book or something, and it's just like... kind of hoping that you'll walk away or something, kind of a deal.
I do.
Okay. Is Jesse doing anything else during this time period? Oh, I will say, go ahead and roll because of the Janice's play move. Go ahead and roll mundane to see how well you've been keeping up with your...
Please.
With your
I'm
stuff.
using my trans D6. Don't fail me now. Oh, you said mundane? Oh god. That's a 6.
So for this, on a miss, you haven't given your normal life, anywhere near the attention it deserves. So I'm gonna say, you know what? This actually plays into the narrative a little bit. You've been so engrossed in your mom, your dad, but then also your band, because beforehand, you had been talking to Holden, I believe, who had talked to you about the obligations that you were kind of slipping on that front, that's what caused you to go into your room for a little while at the night tower to be able to practice and everything like that. So all of that culminates into you also don't know how to tell your family about what's going on. And so I'm going to say that your job and your family are the ones that are suffering from all of this that's going on right now.
That fits so well, yeah.
And so at this point,
do I get fired? Because my job has already been in the dumps once.
I was about to say Leo's giving you a thin thread. So that's gonna be the big consequence of what's going on is. You know what? And Leo's such a dick, and it's, you're a bartender, so it's not like that industry is really well known for its like HR and everything.
Oh god, is this illegal?
So Leo literally is just like he sends you a text, and this is like one of the worst times possible. Like, you're visiting your mom at this point. You're just about to go into like one of your visits with her. And all of a sudden you just get this text saying, "Hey bro, like, I haven't seen you. You're not working the shifts that I'm assigning you. You're either getting them covered," which, like, that's great, cool, fine, whatever, but you're also missing or are late to the other shifts that I've got. Like, I can't. We're running a business here, and there are plenty of other bartenders who want to actually bartend and be a part of everything. So sorry, but we're letting you go.
Jesse is just fuming. Sends a thumbs up to the message and just puts his phone away.
Okay.
And is barely holding it together during this visit.
You get a text from Quinn, just like, ... Did you just get fired?
Yep.
Because I was looking at the schedule and you were there like last week, and you're not on the schedule anymore.
Leo fired me.
You want me to punch him in the
little
dick?
Sparkle emojis. As much as I would love that, I don't want you to also get fired as well.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. But we're bartenders. We can go anywhere, right? I heard Barry's bar is pretty good.
Yeah. Opening up, like, Indeed.
LinkedIn, all the job searches.
Please.
So that's the work end. The home life isn't as terrible because it's your family. Like, they can't really get away from you. You can't get away from them. But like, you are getting text messages every now and then, and it's basically like you've told them that you've got something going on that has nothing to do with them. You just need personal time for yourself. And it's one of those where, like, Marissa had been checking in with you because she does know about the superhero stuff, like, to just a general extent. And she's just like, "Hey, I hope you're doing okay. By the way, Selena and I got engaged."
That's amazing. It took you long enough.
Yeah. I know you've said you've got a lot going on right now, but just wanted to know if you were gonna make it to, like, the party and stuff that I think it's like in a couple weeks or something. I'll give you the have you gotten the details for it?
Not yet, but I will be
Oh.
there, of course.
Okay, cool. You miss it. Just kidding.
No. No.
But like you've made it a point to Selena and Mateo that like you really just need time for yourself and to put it bluntly, not to bother you. But,
Yeah.
yeah, that's where your life is tracking at the moment in those 6+ months.
Where's that one meme with like the dog with the flames? I'm just like, it's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
Perfect. Okay. What has Camille been up to in these 6+ months?
Suffering. So yeah, the new pin definitely like dredged up some things. Still like team player and everything, like going to the training sessions, kind of, I don't know, kind of being silly with it, trying to, I don't know, learn to do wrestling as like a zebra or something every now and then. Going to Jesse's shows, listens to him practice a lot, because like when the terrors come a creeping, the drumming is like really kind of grounding for her, so she'll just like sit on the floor and just like sit there and just like rock back and forth while like Jesse is going through a similar probably thing in his head while drumming, or just sitting there like
Valid.
And let's see, 6 months. Does Jesse tell us, or actually no, does Maxine tell us about them all having their memories erased, the people from the new pin?
Yeah, I mean, I told Jesse,
Okay.
so I don't know why. Yeah, I think you all know.
Okay, so that messes her up even more. That like just replaying the words of what the ringmaster said, and just kind of like thinking about all the time she's escaped and wondering like what would happen if she went back. I mean, maybe not really willingly, but of all the things they did, they never did that. And so now it's like, oh, that's a thing they're doing now. That's a thing. And so that's not great for her. So I think whenever she's not doing the group things, she really just wants to be distracted. She does not like just having time to herself, because she just kind of starts to unravel a little bit. She's thinking about what they wanted her to do with her powers. She is trying to unlock that herself, but it's scary, because it kind of gets more unstable the like closer and the smaller she tries to control. So it's like she just is trying to like find things to do. She has been unbeknownst to them, or maybe they knew and didn't feel like saying anything. She has been to some of the post-shit coffee dates, disguised as a guy in a trench coat and hat, which would be fine if it were like a movie, but this is like a city with real people in it, so like it's very like obvious. But she like sits in the corner, so it's like maybe they don't notice, and she's like this guy.
Can Maxine and Luna please roll me assess the situations?
Got a newspaper, a pipe in the mouth.
That's really creepy.
That's so funny.
Assess the situation. That's I can't do math. 9.
I got an 11.
Ooh, okay. So How many of these like hangouts have y'all done in the past like 6+ months?
I mean, probably quite a few.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what the number would be, but like double digits, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're well past like awkward first dates. Now we're just having awkward later
now
dates.
we're just awkward.
Yeah,
That's
now
a
we're
good
just
reason
weird.
I said I only went to a couple, because I feel like after number 2, I've been found out based on those rules.
I was about to say, so I would say like the very first one, Maxine like clocks you, but it's one of those where she's still just so engrossed in the conversation and everything that like you managed to stay there the entire time without either of them saying anything about it. But like the second time that you do it, Luna's the one who's just like, okay, come on, like really?
It's because the second time I wear the same exact clothes, like nothing has changed. It's the same guys' clothes.
The second time a waiter comes over with a coffee for you with a note from me that says, can you not? But then it has like kisses on it.
I like pull my hat all the way over my head and walk out. I take the coffee cup with me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Trauma blocking through activities.
Yeah.
Perfect. What has Ryder been up to the past 6+ months?
Spiraling. Horrifically.
We love that.
Oh. So, writers become, before they were kind of more passively looking out for like, where's Ringmaster? What are they doing? How is this happening? I do. But kind of still like living it up. Now that were face to face with Ringmaster, we're so close and they got away, Ryder has like doubled down and kept the like pieces of their mask, and that's just like in their room somewhere, or even maybe just like still on their person, because like
creepy.
maybe Ryder's like mask exists in some third dimensional space or like fourth dimensional space that they can pull out of nowhere because of toon physics. Maybe the pieces of the other mask also can do that because of what they originally were.
They cannot.
Okay. Then just keeping it somewhere easily accessible and like looking at them from time to time, trying to figure out what happened, what went wrong. Ryder both is like, again, doubling down on this mystery, but also kind of like imploding in on themselves as they get more into trying to find them, because without the code, we don't have anything to track them. Without, like, there's no way to really track them right now. And then I think Ryder tries to give Jesse space because of all of the stuff Jesse finds out, but eventually Ryder starts pestering Jesse for, do you know anything about your aunt? Do you know anything about where she could be? Does your family know anything about
roleplay
this
that?
aunt? I would say this is probably a couple weeks later, like maybe after the first time you go see your mom. Just because, like I said, Ryder was trying to give you space, but at a certain point, Ryder's like, I need to know. It's like, hey, Jesse, hey, we need to talk.
Okay.
So, Ringmaster.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you didn't know you had an aunt.
Yeah.
Have you found anything out? Have you... Is there a way for you to, like, ask your family or anything? Because we need to know as much about her as we can.
I doubt my siblings would know. I can try to ask my mom. My father doesn't know anything.
Right.
I guess I can try asking her, but I can ask her. I'll ask
Currently,
her. Yeah.
she's probably the only person outside of maybe older family who would know something.
Okay. Yeah. Next time I see her, I'll try to ask.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And sorry about the family dynamic you're uncovering.
It's fine. Are you doing okay?
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Family
fine.
dynamic, but it's a dynamic.
Bags
You're
under eyes, roots grown out, has not been sleeping.
Okay, how do you want to go and do something for a night? Just to like have a night away from everything?
Like what? Stakeout?
No, not Ryder.
Listen, I have to find Ringmaster.
I know, and we're going to. Have you slept?
Yes. Feels like the correct answer.
But is it the correct answer?
I would like to pass this quiz.
I will ask my mom for information if you get a full night of sleep. Or take one night off to do anything. I can go with you if you'd like. We can find something to do for a night.
Fine.
Okay.
I haven't roller skated through a bar in a while.
We can roller skate through a bar.
Yeah. I need to sow some chaos.
Okay, let's go do that.
Okay.
It goes to the next panel after this conversation. And like, you just see Ryder in the skates. Is Jesse also roller skating, or is Jesse just letting Ryder roller skate and Jesse's just like accompanying?
Ryder could be on roller skates with like a hand out and Jesse's literally just pulling them along.
Yeah. He would die in roller skates. His ankles would not survive.
Okay.
It's like a leash attached to Ryder, and Jesse's holding it.
Not the kid leash. Okay, so the next panel is just like in Barry's bar, because you are no longer really.
I do not want to go
wanting
where
to go
I'm not
to your.
employed.
You were banned
place
from
of
the
employment.
establishment.
Leo would. I swear, Leo fucking hates me.
So the next panel is just like Jesse just pulling Ryder along in skates, and like at first Ryder just looks down in the dumps, and then like as the night goes on, you just see in each panel Ryder's like taking other drinks, because they still cannot drink on their own in the bar.
I am 19.
And so as the night goes on, like Ryder, the panels show that Ryder's loosening up a little bit and at least having some semblance of what they would consider fun at this point because of circumstances and things like that. So Ryder fulfilled their part of the bargain. So then the next panel is going to go over to one of your, like, at this point you've had several visits with your mom, Jesse. But so like it's still slightly awkward, but better terms kind of a deal. You're talking more freely, and you know, you've asked each other about your days and things like that. How do you want to start that conversation?
Oh, good question. I feel like Jesse is like finished telling her about like his day and everything. We'll tell her about
Hey, I've got this
night.
friend who I just drug through a bar on roller skates.
I dragged my friend through roller skates through a bar. It was pretty fun. Very weird change of subject.
Okay.
Do you have a sister? That
How do you know about that?
through the same way that I found out that Dad was alive.
That what? I feel like I'm gonna need a little more information on this, on how everything, because that's. No one knows about my sister except your father. Did. Anyways.
Looks at the cameras again. I have a second job.
Okay.
And I learned things through that job because it's a peacekeeping job.
You're not working for the government, are you?
No, God, no. No.
The narc.
Absolutely not.
Plot twist, Jesse's the narc of the group.
No, it's not government, but it's actually, I think the government would arrest me. It's not.
I'm sorry, you think the government would arrest you? I told you that you should be staying safe. Why would the government want to arrest you?
What do you know from the news about stuff in the city?
I mean, I heard a few weeks back that like some big operation happened like towards the outskirts of town, but I mean they didn't really disclose much information from that. I've heard of like different like robberies and things that have been taken care of. There was like a fire that happened that that people have, like, I mean it's like regular stuff, I guess.
Pulling up the Gimmicks TikTok.
Okay.
Her and just shows her a TikTok and is like, and like once like shows the whole TikTok and is like footage from like the fire probably.
Okay.
And then once the video's done, we'll pause and we'll scrub to a good frame of Pistol. It's like, that's me. We were part of busting that operation.
Why would you choose to go in without the government's permission?
Do you think a superhero can get the government's permission? It's not.
And she just like pauses. So you do have powers.
Yes.
And she says that in a way that like it's not a surprise, it's not like a curious tone, it's more like this is a confirmation statement kind of a deal.
And you're not surprised that I have powers.
I mean,
do you?
We're not gonna call that. We're gonna use a different word for this next bit of conversation because of, locale of conversation. So we're gonna just say pineapples.
Okay, do you have pineapples, Mom?
I do. I mean, your father also does. Okay.
I think. Does he? I don't know. Anyway, he did have pineapples. Not sure about the current pineapples, but
I mean, mine really don't do much. But his he could pack a punch. And she says that very intentionally.
I think I know what you mean. I think I can also pack a pretty good punch.
Okay. Oh, okay. We were sure that it didn't go to any of you kids.
It was like a later in life thing. I got electrocuted by a telephone line.
I mean, yeah, you got electrocuted and you went to the hospital and but everything. So you thought that that's what gave you your pineapples?
Yes. And then I learned from the person that you never told anyone about that Dad also had pineapples.
Ooh, okay. Well,
and
to be fair,
he also has pineapples as well.
Since when did she have pineapples? What? She hated us because we had pineapples.
Yeah, she made that pretty clear.
She's not a very fruity person.
I have a friend who also has pineapples, but they kind of
just one friend
share.
That was a group of a few different people in that video that you just showed me.
They all have certain levels of pineapples, either naturally or they look really cool and they have stuff to supply for the fact that they don't have pineapples.
Okay.
But anyway, we have some form of fruit in our group. We're very fruity.
Okay.
Friends. But they sort of share a pineapple to keep the metaphor going.
You all can share?
No. The person and my friend.
Estella. You can call her by her name.
Okay. Estelle and my friend share a pineapple.
That's confusing.
Yeah, they didn't have pineapples before, I don't think. Well, Estella didn't have pineapples before, I already know about. But they share a pineapple and use that pineapple to hurt each other. And Estelle also uses that pineapple to hurt other people. And so there's a lot. Is there anything that you can tell me about Estella?
I mean, not too much. She, like I said, she hated the fact that your father and I had pineapples, and so because of that, she disappeared pretty early on. And honestly, with the vehement that her hatred was, that's why we clamped down afterwards. We didn't talk about the pineapples except to each other. Like I said, you kids didn't show any sort of pineapples, so we didn't mention it to you. I mean, apart from looking exactly like me, I don't really know too much. I can try and find out information if you want me to.
Can you do it in a way that's safe?
I mean, I don't know. From what you've told me, my sister's not really that safe anymore, but I mean, like...
True. Whatever you can find out without getting yourself involved. I would hate it if you got hurt trying to find out information that I had asked for.
Wait, is she involved in why I'm here? Oh, I'm gonna kill that bitch.
Okay, just don't. That's fair and valid. If it helps, I punched her really hard. It was great. Yeah.
Okay. And at this point, like, your time has passed to the point where she has to be taken back, and she's like, okay, I will keep you posted with anything that I find out, but
right.
Keep your pineapples under wrap, and tell your friends to keep their pineapples under wrap.
Okay, I'll tell them to wrap it up.
Perfect. Okay. And she's just led away.
That was a serious conversation, guys. I don't know why you're laughing.
You can't listen. As long as we all keep our pineapples wrapped up and we enjoy our pineapples safely, it's all gonna be fine.
Just be safe about your pineapples. Practice care before and after.
Listen, kids. Even though this is not a kid-friendly show.
Here at the Portent Kast, we understand that pineapples are a very serious issue.
Okay, cool. So,
For a pineapple a day.
you can save a metahuman, potentially. Okay, so you've had that conversation. Do you go back and tell Ryder what you've learned?
Yeah.
Or the whole group? Or what do you do with that?
He'll tell the group, because this is a group effort, mostly. But like, we'll say of like, my mom doesn't really have too much information. Estella kind of just left after knowing that my parents had powers, and just, I guess, has just been bitter about it ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does them having pineapples have to do with like the everything?
It was a metaphor. There were cameras.
Okay,
and
I was
stuff.
just.
It was a metaphor.
I was really lost
Pineapples
for
are
a
powers.
second.
Yeah.
Okay, and I was like, is this something? Is it like because they were like gay? Is this like a homophobic thing?
I don't.
Like, it makes sense. A leader of a homophobic
I mean,
organization.
she kind of did.
is
Yeah,
homophobic.
she did have homophobic.
It makes
vibes,
sense.
But like, I don't think that was initially why we used the metaphor. But like,
Wait, is that why she's mean to me?
yeah. She's
Wait,
actually
it makes
Singled
homophobic.
you out.
Because a hog,
And because I got her hand-me-down pineapple?
this all makes sense.
I know. Ever since we first dealt with them, they were all like,
It all
"Oh,
stems from her.
you're one of them," and I'm like, "Oh, it comes from one twisted mind."
You know, they say one bad pineapple can spoil the whole bunch.
They do say that, I guess.
I've heard it.
Okay.
This is really serious. Sorry, Jesse.
They write the song called "Pineapples in the Tower."
That's one of the
Pineapple
ones
in
that's
the
on the
wind.
album that goes out.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's all. So Ryder gets a little more information on Estella, the ringmaster, but like not as much as they were hoping for, at least in that instance. What else is Ryder doing?
Well, since I'm not gonna get information via tracking or asking Jesse's mom.
Does she have it going on?
Jesse's mom.
Jesse, does your mom have it going on?
You know what? Yeah.
Hey.
Whoa.
But that means Estella's also got it going on.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Oh, no.
Bad. Well, she's a villain.
Villains can be hot too.
villains,
You
look.
live with them.
The Hot Villains Club. Okay.
What matters is
So
we're
I'm
hotter
gonna-
than them.
Have to find information.
Okay.
And I think this dips into Ryder's sleeplessness, kind of folding into self. Ryder's going to go back to their sanctuary.
Perfect. So you
Probably
see,
alone.
You see, going from like the next panel is just like Ryder out in the woods, and then in the next panel, did y'all bring Lois back?
I was about to say, like, can we, like, let her visit her family?
Like, yeah, I mean, her entire family's at the sanctuary, so
Like, can she have, like, you know, just, like, time off?
Oh, yeah.
cool.
I think that's fine, because it is in the woods behind my house. So
Yeah.
when I go home, I can just take Lois home, and Lois can scam her back in.
Yeah, it's like, hey, girl, you need a ride. Yeah.
'Cause I do think Ryder's also been avoiding their family.
I was about to say,
more.
yep.
Yeah, so dads and younger sister, and seeing a whole lot of Ryder
Okay.
currently. And that perhaps will pose an issue at some point. But currently Ryder's slinking back into the woods to that familiar place, the dark and abandoned circus, and is going to stand where they got their mask and drop the pieces of Estelle's mask
Okay.
in that spot, and is going to force a vision.
Okay.
Ryder's going to double over as they typically do, but then as their eyes fly open with like whirls and all that, they're just going to growl, "Where are you?"
So Ryder stands there with Estelle's mask on the ground, and nothing happens. But then it goes by, and Ryder does that a few more times. And then maybe like the third or fourth time that they try to force a vision through, something clicks. And you're suddenly seeing complete darkness. And it's not like the visions that you've usually had. This vision is more of like a feeling vision versus like I'm seeing what's going on and interacting that way kind of a vision. And you feel Estella's connection, and you feel that she is very panicked in the sense of like, that was way too close of a call on anyone's part. You feel a lot of anger because in her eyes, Derek Bischoff did not do what he was really needing to do in terms of keeping the place safe and everything like that. You also feel a bunch of fear and this overwhelming sense of needing more power. She doesn't say anything about it, but like that's just like the instinctual place that the fear is coming from. And then you pop out of it.
I think Ryder kind of like goes to their knees and is like, "That's not enough. I don't care how she feels. I don't care if she's scared. I need to know where she is." And I think it's going to continue to try to force these visions.
Sure.
And at some point even pulls out the mask and puts it on, like hopefully that'll give more power. And I think every time they try to force a vision, and even if it doesn't work, the cracks on the mask are just getting deeper and deeper, starting to like spider web out into this jagged gold spider web crushing visage.
Yep, absolutely. So as Ryder is continuously trying to force visions and stuff, they don't always work. The one right after Ryder had the feelings vision, they have no more visions after that for that period of time. But Ryder keeps going back to their sanctuary and time again keeps trying to force visions on. The next time it happens is maybe like a month and a half later, and they see complete darkness, but like not like the underground darkness of the new pen, but like almost cave-like in a sense. You see it, this one's not a feeling vision. This one's one of your kind of regular visions, but it's in the perspective from Estella. And you don't know that per se, like actual knowledge, because you've seen, like, you're looking into a mirror or anything like that. You just know. And you're looking around and it's very campy, like low tech, trying to just like hide out, kind of a perception. You see like a cot. You see there's a door that leads somewhere else, but it's not a door. It's like a makeshift door in a cave kind of a deal, that is opposite to what looks like almost not necessarily like a tunnel, but kind of what it looks to be a tunnel-ish, where you can see like sunlight out from the other side. and so that's all you see for that vision.
Gotcha.
You also get 2 questions for those 2 visions if you want to ask those now, or if you would like to.
Gotcha. Has Estella left town?
No.
Do they feel, so they still feel relatively close, so they're still like within?
They're still in Goathem, but Goathem is like the metropolis plus the outskirts, suburbians. So Goathem itself is still fairly large-ish, but they're still in Goathem.
Gotcha. Okay. And then for the next one, what is an area that could have caves like that? Like, do I know an area that could have a kind of deeper cave for them to hide out in?
Sure. So there are 3 areas off the top of your head that you think this could be in. One of them is like the Goathem National Park, kind of a sector area-ish. One of them is more so like a construction site, but it was set up for like kind of an archaeological, like a university's archaeology kind of department or whatnot. So it was set up for them. And then the 3rd location is oddly enough in like a school district almost. So yeah. Because there's always been rumblings from the school district area of like, hey kids, don't stray too far because you might get lost in the woods or the caves that are surrounding it, things like that kind of a deal.
Okay. And I think, like you said, those are like a couple months apart, where like occasionally Ryder's just going back to the sanctuary and trying to push for information, and it feels like, does it feel like Estella's like cut that connection or tried to block that connection? Or is it just that connection's weakened?
So it doesn't feel like it's from Estella. Roll me an assess the situation, please.
Okay. Ooh. goes on and assess the situation. So that's plus superior. Am I superior? No. That's sad. I rolled a 10, but it's a -2.
I mean, an 8 still works though.
Yeah.
Just not as well. So I will say with your 8, it's not a feeling of Estella is the one who has severed the connection. It's more so something to do with the fact that you have the pieces of her mask that has either weakened or messed with your connection somehow.
Let me know if if I'm asking too many questions, but does it feel like she might be weakened without her mask?
You can't tell that at the moment.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yep.
That's fine. I understand.
I will say though, in that time period, so the first vision that you forced was a few weeks after you had the conversation with Jesse. The second vision happened about a month and a half afterwards or so from that point in time. And then at one point towards the end of this 6+ month period of time since the villains had escaped, you're hanging out. This is like a very rare time that everyone is in the night tower together, and everyone's kind of mind is collectively, you're hanging out with paninis and Jack and Cokes, and you're trying to just like decompress from whatever you've done that day. And you are actually so far from trying to be on point with figuring out what's going on and everything like that you double over, and this comes like as a complete shock, because this is an involuntary vision for you.
I'm in the middle of making paninis.
Yep. All of a sudden, everyone else in the room, Ryder's in the kitchen making the paninis, and everyone else is like gathered in the open area kind of a deal, and you guys just hear a plate bust kind of a thing.
Jesse is immediately going over.
Yeah.
He's pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think at this point we're just like, okay, this is what this is.
I think, well, for like, what is this? You said this was towards the end of the 6 months? Mm-hmm. So for this long, Ryder hasn't had a vision in front of you. Mm-hmm. Ryder's been getting all their visions out in the
sanctuary.
And I think
to everyone else, you kind of have been under the assumption that because the mask was broken and Estella, even though Estella escaped, maybe the mask is what tied Ryder and Estella together. So because that mask had been broken, and because Ryder has been forcing the visions in their sanctuary, like, y'all are kind of just under this innate assumption that Ryder's now just really trying hard to get the Ringmaster because of who they are, what they are, kind of a deal, but not necessarily to help save themselves anymore. That maybe they're fine.
And I do think, like, even like on patrols and stuff, I think Ryder tends to go off on their own to like be more scout-like and stuff. So you might not notice that all of those cracks have really deepened now. So, or if you have noticed, Ryder's just kind of waved like, oh, time passing.
Yeah,
it's fine.
So at this point, Ryder has dropped the plate of one and or several paninis that they had made at that point, doubled over. Paninis. Everyone goes to the kitchen because you did hear this big clank, and you either think you know what's going on, or you're just trying to check in and everything like that. And you go in all of a sudden, and you see like the blink of Ryder being in there with the plate, and then all of a sudden Ryder's actually not in the kitchen anymore. And Ryder ends up actually like being in their sanctuary instead.
Oh, like I used Portal? Whoa.
So y'all have no idea what's going on in the night tower at the moment. Ryder, you are currently in your vision, and in your vision, you are now face to face with Estella. And she's just
Where
like,
are you?
Why would I tell you that?
I've already narrowed it down.
Maybe. Who knows? Why are you still here? Why have you not joined me?
Because I don't want to join you. I want to end you.
Oh, but that's no fun. We could have so much fun together. I could help
I'm tired
you
of the
collect more
games.
powers.
I don't want more powers. I've got plenty of power right now. I want this to end.
Well, you might end up having to take more power in order to defeat me. And then it just shuts off.
I think Ryder tries to reach out and grab, but
They grab into the void.
yeah.
So with that, you get one more question at least.
So on my previous thing, I narrowed it down to 3 areas that this cave thing could be. And I didn't see the setting around Estelle, it was just Estelle. Estella.
Yeah, so in this last vision, it wasn't even you were in an area. It was you two were just in a black void kind of a deal, talking to each other.
Sure. Why did she reach out to me after this whole time? Was it just to try and see if I would join her?
So it wasn't so much that, more so to establish that there was still a connection to you two. Because the first 2 visions that you had forced weren't at a point where she realized that you were having those visions, that you had forced those visions.
So she was assessing what kind of power I had. One could say. And then I wake up in the circus.
Yep, you're in the tent.
Perpetuating.
You've got Lois and her family kind of just around you a little bit, and you can't speak raccoon, so you just hear the jibber jabbering of raccoons and stuff, but you see Lois kind of trying to wave ish at you or something.
And I think Ryder's again just on the knees on the ground, now looking down at the broken mask that's just been sitting there for months at this point. Gold nosebleeds. And just kind of breathing heavy, looks over and kind of waves at Lois. And then gonna text the group chat and just be I'm okay. Because I'm okay immediately.
Who responds to that one?
Immediately getting calls. Immediately.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you already have a ton of
So many
notifications.
calls at once.
I open up the
I'll push
FaceTime.
the find my friends. I'll be request your location on find my friends.
So many notifications at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you open up the FaceTime and you're just nose
Goals down the
We're all just we're on the same phone, just all our heads are bashed in the
You're all just
screen.
leaned in.
Hey, say hi to
Are you
Lois.
okay? Oh, hi, Lois.
She's
Estelle
just
just called me.
Oh, great.
The singer?
No, Estella,
Neil, I love you.
Ringmaster.
What? You're the one who introduced me to Kanye.
I regret that now.
The duets are so good.
Hey guys, I don't think I have a lot of time.
What, do you have a doctor's appointment? I can help you. I can.
And I think Ryder's gonna pull out the mask and just hold it up. And it's just covered in gold cracks.
When the hell did that happen?
The camera quality or the service in the circus tent for some odd reason is like superb, and so you guys can see every single like detail of this mask now.
Did you drop it? Why is it so messed up?
I've been getting visions. I've been forcing visions. I kind of have an idea on where Estella might be.
Dude,
And
you didn't
she-
have a lot of time to begin with.
Did the visions do this? Why are you doing
So the more I use my powers, the less control I have over it.
You've been forcing them, so you've been doing this on purpose? And hiding it from us? You could have hurt yourself.
We need.
You are hurting yourself.
We need to find her.
And we
We're gonna.
will, but not if you're dead.
We can't track her. We don't know anything about her other than she's your aunt.
Well, we can figure something out.
It's been
We're
6 months.
Well, we're a hell of a lot closer than we were 6 months ago, Ryder.
Yeah, because I think I know where she is. Or there's some options. I've been trying to stake them out, but it hasn't been working. She just teleported me to my sanctuary and connected with the vision
Okay.
to check on me.
Look, we'll head there now. We'll come get you, and we'll talk about this more all in person, okay? Stay safe. Don't put that damn mask back on.
Take it off. No, keep the call on. We're watching. We're making sure this whole time.
That's not a bad idea. Here, Camille, I'm putting you on iPad.
I can
duty.
put the mask on. There's just certain things I probably shouldn't do.
No, don't put it on.
We're not pushing it right now.
Don't.
Ryder's literally like there are
I will turn it to some animal with stinky pee and pee on it. Don't.
there are a good 6 panels of just like Ryder like putting the mask closer, and then it
And just
switches
all
to
of
the
us
next panel, and
having a
everyone's like
heart
freaking out and like
So we're in present day now.
yes, for this specific scene at the moment.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So everything that has happened has happened. Okay.
Could I consider that whole thing sharing a vulnerability or weakness?
I will accept that. Yes.
Yay. Well, I have to give someone influence. Who wants it? Wait, who has a influence over me
Maxine was
currently?
the one that was like, we're gonna pick you up.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like I'm the only one who was like, yeah.
Okay, yep, go for it. Wait, do you already have influence over me? Yes. No. Yes.
It's over everyone.
Actually, we're gonna give influence to Camille, because Camille doesn't have influence over me.
Camille's on iPad duty.
I'm on iPad duty. I'm just sitting there like, don't I see?
Okay,
I
so
see your fingers.
With that influence, though, you also have to ask if they honestly think there's hope for you.
And I think that connects with the whole I don't have a lot of time left for this. Do you
So,
think
like,
there's
if you
hope?
don't use your powers, you live, right?
Not really.
Well, guess
Because
what?
if I don't
New
find
roll.
Estelle, I also
Okay, cool.
go down.
So we find her, we hit her real good, and you're good, right? Like, she's like a evil little tumor we just got to cut off.
There's also the mask. It is intrinsically tied to my fate.
Okay, we'll work on that one. Well,
Hey.
listen, they did a lot of crap in this lab. Like, they can probably figure that out. Like, if I have to, I'll like lure her. I'll be like, "Hey, you want my body again? Here, take it," and then like ambush, and then be like, "Hey, fix this, or you're gonna kill you real bad."
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna say that means yes. Camille thinks that that there's still hope for Ryder. So go ahead and either mark potential or clear 1 box of your Dune track.
Well, I currently have no boxes marked, so
Oh, there you
we'll
go.
get a potential.
Potential.
There we go. Potential.
Perfect.
I will
It's
also
out of
say,
here.
since I
now the whole
told-
team
Hold on. What?
has influence over
Yeah.
me.
Oh God.
Okay.
But very, very quick. Since I told my mom that I was Pistol, I get to mark a potential.
Yes, that is correct.
Which got me an advancement, so I just took another move from my own playbook.
Perfect. Which move was
Nice.
that?
Game face.
Game face. Okay. Ryder. Is Ryder doing anything else in the 6+ month? Or are we kind of at present?
Well, that would be like the end of the 6 months, I think, or like towards the end of it. But like I said, Ryder's been like pulling away from the team and pulling away from family and just kind of trying to do it on their own. So like hair's gotten grown out and Roots hasn't touched up anything. Bags probably lost a little bit of weight. Been trying to do a lot more paroles and stuff. So all that fun stuff. So it's just a little unhinged, one could say.
Okay. Perfect.
So I don't know if family would tie in or anything, but
they will come present day. At this point, I would say like Ryder, similar to Jesse's situation, has probably like told your family something of the fact of like, hey, I'm fine, everything's fine, just I don't want to really communicate and stuff like that right now, kind of a deal.
yeah.
Okay, so what has Luna been up to in the past 6+ months? Since she's lost her code and everything now. She's currently just Luna and not Transistor.
So Luna has kind of just become the guy in the chair at the moment. She is trying to rebuild the Transistor, but she deleted all of her code, yes, but she's still the same incredibly intelligent woman, so it could happen again. It just takes time. In the time, though, that she has, she's going to prioritize getting back the earpieces as well as Pistol's jacket. And when she gives Pistol his jacket, she is going to leave a note. She's not going to give it to him right away. I think he got snapped at her at some point, and she blames herself because it was her code that was being used. So she does leave like a note apologizing, like anything that my code did that affected you and your father, I will never forgive myself. This is for you. And it's the jacket again. And I think besides that, like, make sure to she goes to every show. That's why she's a little too loud as a fan. She goes to all of Maxine's wrestling matches. Maybe because that's the only way that she could see her, because she misses dates sometimes. But she goes, she's really supportive, always wears like their colors and stuff. And besides that, she is just incredibly lost. And another spiral in the group. We all spiraling out here. This time everything that she was, she just deleted all the years and years of work. So she's just kind of floating, trying to rebuild. We do have that med lab now, so she does have those chips implanted in her that she has to now take out and reprogram and such. So she looks a little messy at the moment due to that, but yeah.
Perfect. Yes. I will go ahead and like retcon for that part. When Maxine was over with Steph, she did go ahead and give you, like, along with the net launcher and those handcuffs and like all the trophies that she gave you, she also was like, oh, by the way, here's like some other stuff that ended up being like, she secretly like approved or whatever, like the addition to the med lab for you. If that, or is that because that's like a whole like room kind of a thing, right?
I would imagine. I mean, it would be like her to like hire a building crew on
Yeah.
their behalf and not tell me until they showed up.
Yeah. So like randomly, like during the 6-month period, there's like construction crew that y'all knew nothing about at first, and Maxine had reached out like, did you do this? Because I did not approve of anything. And she was just like, yeah, don't worry about it, kind of a deal. But then she had also given you like different false IDs, or like a function to be able to create false IDs, kind of a thing. And same with like different badges of authorities. And then also the additional surveillance equipment that she had no use for anymore, kind of a deal.
Thanks, Steph.
But so back for Luna. Can you go ahead and roll me Unleash Your Powers twice? Once for the comms and once for Jesse's jacket.
Yes. Not 9, 8.
8. Okay, so that one's gonna be for Jesse's jacket. So that one's gonna be you. It's gonna be the same effect as the first time that you had made him one. For some odd reason, like even though you spent all this time with him, you still don't know his exact measurements. So he puts it on, and it's still like just that little snug kind of a deal.
Sorry.
He's not gonna say anything about it. He's gotten used to it. Like, he's like, I'm not gonna take this gift and then say it's wrong.
And then roll me one more Unleash Your Powers, please.
That is that the same? It's 7.
Oh, okay. It still hits. It still works. So these are for the team comms.
So I know before they were voice activated, I think they can't be anymore. They're either like if there's a button, it's either they're on or they're off.
Yeah. So whenever those comms are in and everyone has them on or off, like Luna was saying, it's a manual switch. So either everyone hears all the conversation or someone's just like not in sync. Not the band, but.
And she apologizes when she gives it to everyone, and she's just like, it's not good. I don't like this, but this is all that I could do right now. But I'm really sorry.
Great.
I could do better. I could do
Amazing.
so much better.
I like them
You
just the way
did
they
great.
are.
Yeah.
You guys are so nice to me, thanks. But I promise that it'll get better. I'll make new ones.
This is great,
I
Luna.
like these.
She's
None of
right
us
now.
can do this.
She's writing notes and like in a notepad. She's like hearing you, but like you could see that what she's doing is already like calculating ways on how to make it better, and already lost in the sauce of her failure.
Oh.
I hate it here.
Why are we all so freaking drunk?
Why can't we make
Yeah.
these people be happy?
We're all really well adjusted, by the
Yeah.
way.
Do you go back home at all? Do you hang out with your grandma or your brother? Anything on the home front?
I think now that I think after everything she goes home more than she did before, or like she hangs out, like she's now watching the telenovelas with her abuela. Even though she doesn't care for them, it's just kind of like everything's going bad, and I just need a reminder that this is good. You know, I do fill in my brother on everything that happened. Because I think the last thing I said to him was, "Hey, you know where all of our files are, right?
Yep.
Just in case I die." So I do fill him in on everything that happened, and then we found the guy. Was the guy? What's his name?
Malachi. He was hospitalized.
But he was arrested.
Correct.
Okay, I do tell him that.
Oh well, that's cool. But you're not transistor anymore.
I can't be at the moment. I deleted everything.
Does that mean I could be transistor then?
I punch him. Say that again, and I kill you.
What?
That's a promise.
What?
You can't be
Lame.
Transistor.
Why
You can be
not?
something else.
There could be two of us. I could be your sidekick.
Okay. And then your name would be Cyberkid. That's cute.
I'm not a kid anymore.
Yeah, you are. I pinch his cheek.
This is dumb. I'm going out now.
Okay, but text me when you get there and when you come back, and I want check-ins in between every hour. Okay?
You're not
Thank
abuela.
you. No, but I could hurt you. Do you want me to get the chancla? Do you want her to get the chancla?
No.
Text me.
Okay, cool. So on that note, we are now in present time, the 6+ months after the Ringmaster and EZD / Derek Bischoff has escaped Ringmaster and Estella. So at this point, we are in present day. Ryder has just been pulled to their sanctuary from their vision. The rest of the team is still at the night tower in the kitchen where the plate broke that Ryder had been holding. And they are now on a video call with Ryder where they're telling the group that they're perfectly fine. They're just at the sanctuary, just hanging out, being forced into a vision, no problem at all, kind of a deal.
Hanging with Lois.
Hanging with Lois. Ryder shows the group Lois just to be like, yeah, she's doing good. Everything's cool. So what is the group doing while on video call with Ryder?
I think the same thing as last time. I think I'm like, listen, we're coming to the sanctuary. We're coming to come get you. Camille, you're on iPad duty. And I would like to invite everyone to pile into the the big America van.
Yes.
What? Not my hot rod?
Well,
giant.
we need room for the for everybody.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. Jesse gets in the Amerivan.
Yeah.
He's not proud.
to be in a Maravan.
Let's roll.
Cool. So y'all drive up to the sidewalk or curb where you need to park, which is subsequently, as Ryder has said, outside of their house because the tent is behind their house.
A decent way. I think like a quarter mile into the woods.
Right. But behind. And
Yeah.
and at this point, like, y'all have never met Ryder's family, but Ryder's family is just like outside chilling, hanging out. There's two guys and like a younger girl. Jesse, you recognize this younger girl as Jessie, Ryder's sister, from the picture when you guys had seen Jesse and Leo at the burning building. And they're just like they're hanging out, throwing a ball around, and they've got like a barbecue out or something. And y'all pull up.
What a beautiful American family.
Y'all start pulling out of this Amerivan, and one of the guys calls out like, "Can we help you?"
We're friends with Ryder.
Friends with Ryder?
Yeah.
Ryder, have you mentioned your friends at all to your family?
Been mentioned that I've been hanging out with some new buds. No, they can't come over.
No pictures, no nothing, though.
No. Maybe a TikTok here and there if, like, say my younger sister follows and shows my father's. But otherwise, no. And I've been scapegoating the family to get alone time away from the team. I've been scapegoating the team to get alone time away from the family. So.
Sure, absolutely. Ryder said that they were out with their friends.
What?
Well,
Does Ryder have other friends than us?
Ryder's been hiding a lot from us lately, so maybe.
Oh my gosh, no wonder.
I was with you. I was with you.
Oh, right.
Luna's mad. Luna forgets.
Yeah, we're like, what the? I'm still holding the like, right.
I think Ryder's on the iPad. It's like, I was with you.
Oh,
Wait,
well,
wait.
He hasn't felt like it lately.
Wait, is that Ryder? Ryder.
Yeah. Explain to your family.
Camille just turns the tablet around.
Jesse is
I step in
trying,
front
like
of the tablet.
it's like a fluid motion turning the iPad back around.
Wait,
Yeah,
was that Ryder?
No.
No, it was our other friend, Jeff.
Ryder's a common name. Or Jeff. Yeah.
Would anyone object
Jeff
to me
Ryder.
approaching the father as like a wholesome American?
Only if you go to the Holy Spirit too.
Hey, Maxine has already canonically gone to the Holy Spirit, so
Hey, man.
hey, man. I'll do the same with this father. I'll walk up and be like,
Oh, no.
Hey, man.
Okay, so Maxine's walking up.
Yeah. I'll extend a firm handshake. I'll be like, hi, Maxine Hightower.
This guy is thoroughly confused. Hi. It still extends the handshake out. Yeah, I'm Ryder's pops.
Pops. Okay.
You.
Yeah. Well, I'm Maxine. These are my friends. Ryder among them. We were just coming. Well, we wanted to come see them.
Yeah, they're not here because they said that they were out.
Right. Which, I mean, we don't often check in with each other. We just kind of go see each other. We're tight like that. So I'm sorry for just rolling up on you, out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
We can be going if we're disturbing you, of course.
I mean, I just don't know why you're parked at our house when Ryder's not home.
Well, we were thinking maybe they were home. They might just be with some other friends. They're very popular right here.
Can Ryder just start booking it back towards the house?
Absolutely.
From there, it's a quarter mile. I can make it. But is
Look,
just
you've
muttering.
got superhuman speed.
And this is true. I do. Only if I put on the mask.
That's true. You are not wearing the mask.
Explicitly not to put on the mask.
Don't.
So I'm running through the woods.
So all of a sudden, like the rest of the group is still at the truck. Maxine has walked up to one of Ryder's dads, and Camille, you look down periodically at the tablet just to make sure that the video feed is still going. And all you see parts of Ryder's side swishing, but then the rest of you see the trees and stuff.
Yes. Lift up those knees.
I just go, God. I was like, God damn it,
Deep breath.
Narc shit happening.
Listen,
It's not
I saw that Maxine has handcuffs now. You better hurry.
It would be weirder if we sat in the van and stared at them.
Why did you have to park in front of my house?
I wasn't the driver. I was on iPad duty.
Yeah, me and Ryder are not actually talking. I'm trying to carry
I was about to say, so
No, Ryder's just saying that.
Ryder and
yelling.
Camille are full on having this conversation because Camille still has the tablet.
Yes.
But you're not being quiet about it, and it's on speaker so everyone can hear. So Ryder's pops is now doubly confused because that is my child on the tablet, and
They say a lot of cuss words.
I mean they're also our child, so yeah.
Narcs everywhere.
I'm a
I don't know.
firefighter.
You see, we didn't know you existed.
You didn't know that the
I have
family.
said I have a family.
That's all you've ever said.
And
at this point,
I have a sister.
At this
If I had a
point,
family, I'd show them.
at this point, literally, Maxine, you're kind of being ignored now, and Camille and Ryder's pops are just having this conversation across.
Wait, which one is it?
The firefighter one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, is he ripped?
Yeah. So you're talking to the big one.
Whoa.
So
my whole America act should totally be working. Why is he not incredibly?
Because he is currently sidetracked now because Maxine is now kind of just in the back of his mind because Camille is currently arguing with his child of who's supposed to be there but not, and this is...
Okay, I'm so sorry.
We're just mad because they ditched us.
It's been we got into a little bit of a disagreement, and Ryder, we thought, came back home. And so we're sorry, we could leave. We just wanted to come and talk things out with Ryder. So sorry to disturb. This looks like a great barbecue.
Yeah. What's a barbecue?
But we're sorry. Friends, we fight sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like all the time. We actually spar for fun.
No.
Camille.
Quick.
Oh,
I stepped fully in front of Camille.
Okay.
I'm just yeah, it was so sorry about this. This is so confusing and a little weird for all of us.
At this point, the next panel shows like Ryder speed walking back up towards the van and the family, very, very out of, not really out of breath, but like hurriedly coming back to this now scene that is happening. And their dad just like turns because he's the one who sees Ryder first. Hey Ryder.
Yeah.
Where'd you just come from, huh?
A spiritual journey?
I'm sorry, what?
A walk. I went on a walk.
Out in the woods.
Twigs, leaves, slightly scratched up, a little bit of gold still under the nose.
Luna steps up like also a parent, just going, "That's unacceptable. You had us worried sick." And I point to their father. "You had us worried sick. We get into one little disagreement and you run off like that. That is ridiculous, Ryder. I'm very disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just happy to see you're okay."
Can I support Luna in this lunacy by pretending to cry? I'm laying it on thick. I'm so happy Ryder's okay.
I'm thrashing the iPads. Like, we didn't know where you were. You didn't. All you had was your phone, and you didn't answer it.
All of a sudden you're hearing like a little bit of an echo because the tablet's still on.
I texted you and nothing.
We're the worst.
No Snapchat. No, nothing.
Jesse's just standing there. He has no idea what to do.
I have not eaten all day, and those paninis on the floor were going to be my only food.
What were
You shouldn't wait until 6 p.m. to eat, for one. Anyway.
I only wait till food is there.
That's also not healthy.
Food?
Who's got paninis? Ryder, what is going
Your
on?
child is an excellent panini cook. They are very good at it.
We should probably let Ryder check in with their pops, and then we can have a conversation afterwards. And then I want to like very politely but firmly turn Camille around, walk toward the van, and I'm mouthing at Ryder, sorry.
Just daggers in the eyes.
I am just looking
It's
at
of
Ryder.
anything you could have done.
I'm so sorry.
You got me in trouble.
We didn't know they would be outside.
It's their house.
So as Maxine walks away and Camille and the rest of the group follows, Ryder's still just like standing there with all the twigs and stuff. So a walk when you've got all of this stuff in your hair? Yep. Nope, I'm still seeing it.
Nope, there's nothing there.
So
yes,
what's this about? You being with your friends, yet...
I was with my friend.
Yet your friends pulled up here.
And then I went for a walk through the woods.
And yet we haven't really seen you much around.
Well, just because I went for a walk today doesn't mean I haven't been with them all the other times.
Well, first off, I didn't assume that, but now you've got me questioning.
I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot. I got in a bit of a tizzy during a conversation with them about some differences of opinion. And so I decided to go for a walk to cool off, and I think I just kind of ended up most of the way here out of habit.
Okay. We're gonna have... Apparently you need to resolve things with them because they seem pretty heated as well that you ran off.
Yep.
Sunday, family dinner. You're gonna be there.
We'll be there.
No excuses.
Thanks, Dad. Love you. Quick hug. Run over to the van. And just hissing, why did you do that? Why is that what you did?
Because we were nervous about...
You were teleported!
Already.
You were teleported!
Sorry, I'm really bad with families. I don't know how to talk to them. I was worried about you. I have the iPad.
Are you kidding?
Why would you just pull up in front of my house?
We
I didn't drive. I had the iPad.
We only went here one way, my guy.
Well, the worst person we know teleported you here. What were we gonna do?
I told you I was fine.
I don't
could've
know.
made
You say that
my
too
way back to
often,
the
but it's
tower.
not true.
Your
I
mask
could have
is
made my way
almost
back to the
broken.
tower.
Using your mask?
And you're lucky I didn't use the mask to get through the woods.
It's your life. Why don't you value it as
I
much as
can
we
use
do?
the powers most of the time. Just sometimes if I need a
Most of
little
the time's
extra
not
juice,
great.
it costs portions
You're
of my
burning
life.
a wick
That's
that's
not
almost
good,
out.
Ryder.
Are you
No,
trying
it's
to
not. That's
die?
what I'm trying. No, I'm trying to kill Estelle.
Well, Ryder,
How are you going to kill her by killing yourself? That's not how it
Efficiently?
works. You didn't cast Destiny Bond. Like, what the fuck?
look, we're worried about you. I apologize about the family thing.
Yeah, that's my bad. I don't know.
I'm really bad at families too. I lived with a superhero since I was like,
I didn't know you
well,
could have two dads. That's great.
that's
And he was
yeah,
jacked.
that's
Oh
tight.
yeah,
Like,
my dad's
He's
that's
super strong.
Pops is a firefighter.
That's crazy.
Nice guy, really nice guy.
Dad's
Yeah.
a graphic designer.
He
Yeah.
seems
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
But seriously, like,
but like,
we did not mean to pull up with them outside. I thought it would be like last time where we kind of creep on through. Wasn't like that. So
No, because you pulled up in that.
you told us you were
what
dying.
do I have?
I
What else do
did
have?
not say that.
Did you
You
want us
said,
to
"I
bring
think
the
ahead of
shrimp car?
time."
We could have brought the shrimp car.
Yeah, that would have been a lot.
Maybe
more
we should have
subtle.
brought the shrimp car.
You could have pretended
Maybe-
you were shrimp salesman.
To be
Do I look
fair,
like a shrimp
to
salesman
be
you,
fair,
Ryder?
I'm pretty
If
sure.
I turned into a
Hold
shrimp,
on.
what if they ate me?
I'm
They
pretty
would've
sure
grilled
the
me up
shrimp
and ate
car is
me.
a motorcycle.
This
The shrimp is a motorcycle.
So just
And then
FYI on
mine's a
that.
circus elephant.
yeah,
I feel like
what-
any of them would have been bad.
yeah.
We should maybe continue this conversation.
I
at
figured
the
we were already in the
tower
van.
and not in the van, in front of your house.
Van,
You-
drive.
How do we
At
know
this
you're not
point,
gonna get
at this point, like
spirited
all
away
of,
again?
all of y'all have been having this conversation. Maxine still has not yet driven the van away. So, like, the panel goes from the van, from everyone piling into the van, and then it's like a few moments later, the van is still there, and like Ryder's family is just still like awkwardly staring at it, kind of a deal. And then the next panel is the van like driving off.
As
You
we
hear
pull
just a
off,
bunch of yapping, like all of us yelling at each other.
as we pull off, I say, when we get back to the tower, we should all discuss this one at a time, not looking over each other, so we can
I don't wanna
express our
get yelled
feelings
at
on
again.
this. Where no one's gonna yell at you.
I might.
I might also.
Does your
Got the
dad like
power.
to hunt? I can turn into a prize beast and let him kill me.
Camille,
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Hold on,
What
wait.
happened?
I'll be fine.
What is happening?
Like, I'll let him think he killed me.
Are
I'll let
you-
him shoot me.
Are you
Is
hitting
this-
on my dad?
No,
is this
I just
an
want to make him
act of
feel better.
atonement? Okay.
Yes, I
Yeah.
just want to make him feel better. I don't want you to get in trouble. I don't know.
Dad
Camille,
doesn't hunt.
Camille,
Pop-
I do have.
Pops doesn't
Are we
hunt.
all invited to family dinner on Sunday? I want
I've never been to a
don't
barbecue.
think so. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get yelled at family dinner.
Aw.
Gotcha. Can we
Camille,
send Camille as like a little
we-
mouse so we can see what happens?
Yeah, I'll be so small. I can be like a flea or something.
With a
No,
little
you
goat.
don't get a front row seat to see
don't
me get
wanna-
yelled at by my
I
dad.
want to support you. What if you get so depressed you put the mask on again? We're worried about you.
We're already there. I don't.
Well, stop it.
I'm not depressed. I'm focused.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
You look like booty, like we all do. So you're very much probably doing just as bad as we all are.
Hey, I'm doing great. Anyway, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
Okay,
I
none of
want
us
you.
are.
Regrouping. At this point,
This is what happens when you put late teenagers and early 20-somethings in a room together.
With
Oh yeah, am I the
trauma.
youngest?
you are the
You and
youngest.
Maxine,
Oh
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
how old's Maxine?
19.
The same age as you. Yep.
I can't believe that. There we go. That's why.
So at
I
this
think we all-
point,
yeah.
at this point, y'all have now arrived back at the night tower, parked the car. While y'all are still going back and forth with each other, walking up the stairs to go into the main room, y'all have settled down, and everyone's pretty much gotten off their chest why they think Ryder being alone or using their powers or anything of that nature should probably be supervised, not happening, all of that. What else is being talked about in this now group meeting?
Okay.
First things first. Sorry, I want to establish I have a stuffed possum, and I say, look, we're going to use this
that
as the
supposed to be
talking
me?
stick. No, this is
Yeah,
Am I
can't Camille just be a
stuffed animal
possum?
to you?
We could just hold a possum.
no.
Yeah, just hold me. I don't need to speak.
We're not going to get
Oh,
anywhere.
weird.
We're not going to get anywhere if we're all talking over each other. So we're going to have the talking possum, and we'll pass the talking possum around, and whoever has the possum can speak, and then everyone will get a turn with the possum until we can't tolerate that anymore.
Do the
Cool.
rules start now?
Yes. So, yes, starting now. I know. Here you go. I hand it to Ryder.
Here, I don't have a possum, but as we have established, have been using my powers. Boo on me. However, I have gathered information through these. I have a gist on where Estella might. Okay. So, in the visions I had of Estella, I saw her in like an underground, like cave situation going on. And based on some research, some ideas I have, there's like 3 possible areas she could be in. We've got the Goatham National Park. We have a construction site, archaeological site thing going on. And somewhere in the school district, for some reason. I don't know why there's a cave there, but there is, and that could be an area. And I believe she just checked on me to check how I was doing power-wise and asked why I wasn't on her side yet. Probably because at some point my powers will consume me and I will become evil and just like her. Who wants to pass it? Kind of hesitant to give it to Maxine. All right, I give it to Maxine.
I don't have a good prop. I'm going to hold this Yu-Gi-Oh card. Okay. So, it's not bad intel, and I'm glad we have it now. But you do have to understand the panic of not just seeing you disappear in front of our very eyes, but then finding out that you've been engaging in things that could hurt you. Not will. I understand it's not a will, but could. And could's bad enough. Like, we all like you a lot. You're a core member of the team. You're our friend. we literally cannot do this without all of us. And so to lose you is to lose the entire, I mean, we're done, you know? That's it. We're only as good as all of us. So when we freak out and tell on you to your pops by accident, it's not out of like malice or trying to like control you. It's just that she looks disgusted with herself. That we love you. So, like, we're all in this together. We're doing this not just for ourselves, but for each other. You're part of that, and I want you to be here till the very end. We need you to be here till the very end. And I hold out the possum to the middle. Whoever takes it, takes it.
I'll take the possum. I have my possum. Okay, so it looks like we have something to go off of. But I think we need to address the fact that all of us have been kind of hurting ourselves in some way or another. Not a single one of us looks like we've slept 8 hours in the last week. And I think we are going to fail. We are all going to get killed if we don't step up as heroes and as a team. There's no way we can keep living like this. I know I can't. I know none of us are okay right now, and Estella is going to get it from every single one of us. But we can't continue to let her drive this emotion in us, or else we'll fail. Again. Who wants the possum? It's very soft.
I'll take it, and I'll say, do we want to just kind of get our shit out in the open? We're a team, no secrets. Because you're right, none of us are at 100%. So let's hash it out, right? I mean, let's open book this, and then what we can fix, we'll fix. What we won't fix, we'll lean on each other. Not a bad plan. Thumbs up. Camille. Yeah, okay, good. All right. I do not want to start. I'm going to wordlessly pass it to Jesse.
I don't know. I mean, I got fired. My mom doesn't really know much about Estella. My father doesn't really know much of anything. Trying to get information as best I can, but it's pretty hard when there's not really much there. Finding the location is good, and we can investigate those. Yeah, not really much on my end. Kind of frustrating, but it is what it is, I guess.
So I know I deleted my code and therefore we've lost everything. Maybe there's a way I could find out if they had a backup.
Does Lena have the possum?
So I'm so sorry. Can I have the? I'm so sorry. Can I?
No, of course.
I didn't mean to. I apologize, guys. I didn't mean to speak out of turn.
I didn't want it in the first place.
I had a light bulb, and I just need to say it. Maybe if they have a backup, I could find a way to hack into that. I still have that capability. If not, I mean, there has maybe traces of something left over. I could see.
Yeah. That sounds like a good idea.
I might need help with that, but
yeah, of course, anything you need.
maybe we should. I know that the people who were saved from that facility are don't remember anything. Is there a way we could talk to them just to see what they remember?
There's, I think, a line where we can probably talk to them about that stuff and see if they know, but there is a line that I don't want to cause them distress. If I'm honest with you, I haven't even said a word to my father.
It could be worth a shot. Doesn't have to be your dad, but like we could try someone, just see if we can jog their memory, and if we can, then that's great. We'll go down the line, and so we've got. That's 2 methods of investigation we haven't tried already.
And then maybe we could. I'm not really great out in the field right now, but maybe we could scout those 3 different caves.
Absolutely.
If there's any surveillance cameras or anything near them, I could try to look things up there, but I can't really go out.
Steph gave me some extra surveillance equipment anyway. We could set up our own and just stake it out.
Okay. Are we all okay?
I'll point to Luna and say, well, you got the talking possum. What's your problem? Since we're all getting our problem out there. Problems.
Nothing I really want to share with the group, so Camille, we haven't heard from you. I hand it over to Camille.
My hands are trembling so much I drop it, so I gotta pick it back up. Alright, fine. Is this mandatory? Do we have to do this?
I said all my shit.
Which we'll circle back to you, Luna, also.
Okay. Well. I think I am just upset because the place I thought was destroyed, that I had been, tortured my whole childhood, was like still there. And then they made another one. And then now they're wiping people's memories, which, as far as I can remember, wasn't done to me. But maybe they did a bunch of times because I went crazy from all of it, and I just don't know. But now I'm like, well, that's something they could do. That's something I don't remember them doing that they could just do. But I'm also like, there's something they were trying to do there. They were trying to unlock something that I can't do myself, or at least I haven't figured it out yet. And with whatever it is, I'd be able to help a lot more. So part of me is like, would I be more value if I just turn myself in and let them do whatever and try to break out again? Or whatever. And also, I think I know which tunnel to check out first. Because you said there was one by a school system or whatever. And when I was there, kids were definitely the biggest population of experiments. They loved us because we were malleable. We were, I don't know, more easily manipulated. That was prime stock right there. So suppressing and stuff, but like I feel like that's probably our best bet. And if I talk anymore, I'm probably going to like actually explode. So like I just like Kobe the possum in the like middle of the circle.
Pick it back up since I'm kind of leading the share circle here.
No one wants to talk about their problems.
Well, obviously we don't want you to turn yourself in. That would not be good for you or us. Same thing as we told Ryder. We're only as good as all of us, and you're one of us. But again, that's a good tip, and we'll absolutely follow up on it as a team together. so everyone is safe and not in danger of being God knows what.
I also might have told my mom that I was Pistol. I feel like that's also something that I should tell y'all. I didn't tell her any of your identities or anything, but I just, if that comes up, she knows.
Okay, that's fine. Probably good that she knows, because this is going to involve her.
There's only so much I could ask without telling her, at least about me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
And both her and my father had powers as well. So if that helps in anything.
We can't really predict what's going to be good info or not right now, so thank you.
Back in the middle.
Yeah. Kind of nudge it toward Luna. I'll mouth the word, please.
What do you want me to say right now? Everything's kind of already been said for what the team needs to do.
Well, yeah, but it's not just about the team. It's about... I mean, well, the team's us. We're people, you know? We're not just a mission. So if something's bugging you, that's... You know?
Not just the mission. That's refreshing to hear. It'd be nice to see that. Do you want the possum?
I think maybe we should talk
Not in front
without
of the
possum.
group.
Yeah.
I tried. Did I not try?
You did.
On that note,
Who wants a panini? Jesse leaves.
on that note,
He's gonna make the paninis.
I'll make it and I leave.
the next panel, like you've got the first panel of like Luna and Maxine like going back and forth of like, I tried. Do you want to say anything? No, not really. Okay, we should probably have this conversation like by ourselves. And like the next panel is just like the rest of the group. It pans to Ryder and Jesse and Camille, and you know, they're just like. And then the next panel is like Jesse and Ryder both immediately getting up to go to the kitchen. Camille, are you still just there, hanging out?
Camille turns into the guy that she was in the comic
Camille,
shop.
come on.
I'm in the corner of whatever room.
Camille, you were
Absolutely
hungry.
not.
Come get a panini.
Absolutely not.
I'm just gonna sit there. I'm just be like, if we make one, I might eat it later. But I think I just need to sit here.
I think me and Luna should probably go to like one of our rooms to discuss this.
All right, so the next panel is like Maxine and Luna are just like kind of awkwardly sitting there together, and then like, are you guys holding hands, getting up and like walking to one of your all's rooms, or just like awkwardly like just like shuffling next to each other?
I don't think so.
Cool. Okay. Cool. So the next panel is like the two of you get up. Camille is still in her corner, and y'all are just like walking awkwardly to someone's room.
I still have the possum.
Cool.
Just out of comfort now.
Absolutely. Luna's got the possum.
Let's make it Maxine's room because that's a funnier backdrop for this sort of thing.
Perfect. Like all the superheroes. Yep. Absolutely. Okay.
Can the new wallpaper to your new supercomputer screen have a goat on it?
No.
Dang. Okay, so we'll follow you guys into Maxine's room real fast.
Yeah. Do you want to start, or?
I don't. I don't. Do you want the possum? If not, I do really like holding it.
No, that's fine. Keep the possum.
Okay. I really didn't want to bring it up out there. I'm sorry. It was just, we were all in the heat of the moment, and I shouldn't have brought it up in front of everyone. That was me being angry.
Fine, but I don't know. I mean, speak your mind. You know, you said you had something you want to say, but didn't want to say it in front of the group, so I want to hear what you have to say.
I don't know, this is all just really scary, and everyone's talking about dying, and while everyone's talking about dying, all I can think about is all the time that we had that we didn't spend truly together, because you're somewhere else, and I'm trying to rebuild Transistor, and now we're going into a death trap.
Yeah.
You left me hanging a lot of times. That's not fair.
I know. Sorry. I'm new to this, and that's not an excuse. That's just how it is. I mean, you're the first person I've ever dated. I'm 19 years old. I've never so much as held someone's hand, because I was raised by some rich assholes, and then I was raised by a crazy recluse. So, like, I can't blame it on them, and I can't blame it on that, but, like, I have not done a lot of anything social, let alone something as meaningful as this. And it does mean a lot to me. I swear to God it does. It's just, I've never really been like a person, you know? I was like...
You're saying that to someone who's mostly a computer.
Well, yeah. But, like, I didn't have siblings, you know? Or, like, a family to live with. I mean, what I had was, like, a bunch of missions, and then, you know, whatever shit I did on the side. I didn't really make friends. I just competed, and I did that to get away from what was happening back at home. And then there was no time in between for something like this. And now that I have it, I'm not putting the time in because I don't know how.
You never even said that. How was I supposed to know any of this?
Well, we've never really talked about... God damn, we've never talked about anything.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too.
Like, we said we liked each other, and then we talked about work.
And our friends.
The same stuff we talked about around them. I mean, no wonder we haven't spent any time together. We were just doing the same shit we would do as friends. We were just saying we were dating. Have we even kissed? I don't remember, and that's fucked up.
I don't remember. We've held hands.
That's nice. I like holding hands with you.
It is nice. Do you still want to date?
Yeah, of course I do. I
think we need to stop talking about a post-shit coffee and not wait until everything's over.
Yeah, that's a good step one.
And maybe a little more time as just you and just me.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's gonna work. Go ahead.
I'll take the time off wrestling. I can't be JH Knight and Mad Max and just Maxine, which scares the fuck out of me because I don't really know who Maxine is. But if you're willing to stick around, I'd like to find out with you.
I'd like that too.
And I'd like to learn anything about you besides, the fact that you're awesome and smart and funny. Like, those are great things, but that's not...
Well,
that's not who you are.
If we're not dead by Sunday, I know Ryder has their family dinner, but my abuela has empanada night that day where we make empanadas, if you'd like to come.
Yeah, I'd like that.
Okay, can you deal with spicy food?
Yes.
Are
Right.
you lying?
Well, no. I can do it. I'm a superhero. I can do anything.
Okay. Also, how's your Spanish?
Not conversational.
That's great.
I'll call the promotion tomorrow. I'll drop the belt. I'll let someone else have the title. I can
If you
afford
still
the time
want
off.
to do that, that could still be a part of who Maxine is.
I think I need to live
Maxine
without
can't
it
be
first.
Mad Max.
I think I need to live without it for a little bit. I need to be a person for a while and not some larger than life persona of a person. And then once I've got that figured out, then I can get back to the show.
I'll be there, cheering you on.
I want to give her a hug.
I was gonna give you a hug too.
Ah!
You both go in for the hug at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Perfect.
possum between us.
With the possum in between you.
Mhm.
Perfect. So all that scene is going on inside Maxine's room. What are Jesse, Ryder, and Camille doing? Jesse and Ryder are in the kitchen right now making paninis. Camille is currently sitting on the couch still.
I tried to invite Camille. Camille did not come. So I will be making Camille a panini and bringing it to...
I still want the panini. You bring it to Camille and she's like staring at her hands on the couch. You see her focus really hard on like her right hand, and it just like vibrates a little bit and like kind of like melts off, and she just like lets out a sigh, and then like it starts growing back, and she takes the panini with the other hand.
The last time your hand came off, it wasn't great.
Yeah, no, this is different, but like, yeah, similar situation as far
Your
as where
arm
I'm at.
snapping off?
No, it just for some reason it seems to happen when I'm really depressed.
You
know
start
what,
falling
that's-
apart.
But no, I was trying to do, trying to like take my powers to the next level or whatever. And every time I try, the last time that happened, I was in the pin and keep getting like these memories and flashbacks, and it goes wrong, and that happens, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I can do it by myself. It's fine. I'm gonna shove the panini in my mouth.
Well, is there any way that we, again, you don't need an upgrade to powers to be useful to the team, first off. And secondly,
I just turned into shit. Like, what? How am I gonna help?
that is such a good help.
Sometimes I can't even like do it right.
And
And
You've
like
seen how
everyone
shit
here
my
is so
powers are.
powerful. Your powers
No.
are not shit. And you've got
okay,
like something like you've got like your mom and you got your dad back, and we're gonna figure out how to like fix that, because I'm sure whatever they did can be undone. Hopefully.
Hopefully, but not too sure. But anyway, your powers are good and have been of use and will continue to be of use. And even if they weren't, which they're not, like they are, but that doesn't. I am not on the team just because I can punch things. And you are not on the team just because of your powers. We're friends.
I don't even know what that's like. I'm still getting used to that. I didn't have friends there. I didn't even have a name.
Well,
So
you
I was
have
just
one now.
I was just used for that. So that's all I feel like I am. I'm just learning to be a person and I'm bad at it. I made Luna think she ripped my arm off and I made Ryder get yelled at. And I'm like, maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Maybe I just need to be, used. And maybe it'll help. Maybe it'll figure out, maybe I can be more useful. And then break out again and maybe save you guys.
No.
And...
All right.
No.
No.
No. Absolutely not.
Oh, hey, you're here.
Right, comes in from making the paninis.
Yeah, so we're not doing that. We're not turning you over to anybody, just
what if I say what if I tell the ringmaster she has to drop dead and then I'll go back to the pen? If I can get rid of her, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I never do. I'm always just winging it.
Would you let me give in and go to Estella if it meant she would stop doing the pen shit?
No. No, that's my crap to undo. You don't.
No.
I don't want to drag you into that.
I'm already in it.
Well,
I have a direct connection.
You're already trying to let it kill you, and I'd
All right,
no.
we're not talking about me right now. We're
Okay, can we just make a deal? Just us. We can talk to Maxine and Luna about this as well, but
Okay, I think they're having a lovers' quarrel.
I think
Absolutely.
they're also. Yeah,
I
this
heard
is not
about those.
This is
in
not the
the
time
romance
for them.
novels.
that was some rough shit.
Yeah, it felt really, really awkward. It was cutting, but that was weird. That was some emotion I've not
Yeah,
experienced
Cutting
yet.
but delicate like a scalpel.
Yeah, it's almost it's like tickling a scalpel across your neck. I thought Maxine was just gonna faint from that power. That's crazy. They're OTP, right?
Yeah, they'll figure it out.
Hopefully,
I saw that on a Reddit
figuring it
post.
out.
Is that still a popular thing to say?
Not really,
No?
but it's
Dang.
understandable.
All right.
But
I'll cross
it
that one
still
off.
has relevance, and we still know what it means.
Okay. I'm getting
But-
through it. I think I'm
You just sound like a millennial.
Stunted. Oh no.
No, we.
All right, what deal do you want to make? How many paninis?
No paninis involved, or if you want me to make you paninis, I can make you paninis for this. But even if we don't see value in ourselves or our powers, there's no deal that's going to magically make us love like ourselves. That's not going to work. But
How can I like something I don't even know?
then we can figure that out. We are friends, and I meant that, and I still do.
Thanks. I like
And
your drumming.
even if we don't care about ourselves, we care about each other. So if we try to keep and work to keep everyone else safe, the others will act to keep us safe. We're a team.
Okay. But
And even if we're not a team, we're a group of friends.
okay, just don't let them wipe my memory. I don't want to forget you guys.
No one's getting anywhere near that noggin of
Nice.
yours.
Don't have them in my head.
No.
I don't want them in there.
You have value
won't be in there.
outside of your powers and your
I don't
usefulness.
want to be on that table again.
And you won't be.
Mm. Don't put that mask on again, I swear.
I have to.
You're one of my first and only friends, and you're almost... whatever that is.
I
freaking turn
won't-
into a beaver and eat it.
I have.
Hold on.
I don't know what that would do. To be honest, that might kill me.
Yeah, actually, that's a little scary. I don't think I'm going to do that. But I don't like that it's like, hey, I'm broken and I'm breaking you with me. Like, no.
I'll
like
pull out the mask so you guys can see it like in person.
Can we will super glue do anything?
I mean, technically, it's still all together, and the cracks are filled with gold. So just like I am.
It's pretty.
Gestures
it's
to
pretty.
slightly golden nose.
You're very pretty, but like,
so
I'd
at
rather
this
you
moment,
be pretty and not dead.
So at this moment, as Ryder is pulling out the mask to show like that it's still together, that they're still fine at this moment in time, all of a sudden it goes directly from your hand to on your face.
Oh!
So the mask, as Ryder is pulling it out just to show that they are fine and everything's, at least for the time being, okay, the mask goes directly from their hands to their face. And it sends them into another vision.
A lot of visions today.
A lot of visions today. At the same time as the mask goes to Ryder's face, the strings that the marionette strings that they control also go out and do a little hugsies for Jesse and Camille.
If you wanted a group hug, Ryder, you could have just asked.
It's like, hey,
I
this
forgot that
this
that's
is nice,
happened
I think.
before.
Is this what a group hug is?
So as Ryder gets sent into the vision, this is very much so very similar to like your first visions, where you feel like you have no control in terms of like talking or interacting inside the vision. It's just, it is what it is. And what you're hearing is Estella talking to what you recognize to be EZD / Derek Bischoff's voice. And they're talking about this new facility, kind of a place that Derek Bischoff has been working tirelessly getting set up so Estella doesn't have to continuously stay in the caves and things like that. But then you also hear, before it fades away, you're hearing Estella essentially emphasizing that they need to bolster their powers so they don't lose them. And then it comes back into frame of you're in the kitchen. Unlike the last time where your marionette strings like kind of like stopped immediately after your vision and stuff, you kind of come to with Jesse and Camille still very much wrapped in them.
This isn't like a kink thing, is it?
I dropped the strings.
Okay, are you okay?
I take off the mask and I toss it onto the couch.
That
And
thing
I
is
have a
going in a
question.
cage.
You do get a question.
I asked this, but I'm afraid you're just going to say I didn't hear. Where's the new facility?
So it is very close to the caves.
Do they mention it, like where the area that facility of the caves are in?
Yeah, in the area where Estella's cave that you saw is. So likewise, while that's going on, as soon as Ryder's marionette strings are let go of you, Jesse, you also get a strange and very odd text from unknown number.
Hey,
that it says that, hey, it's Mom. You need to come find me.
Okay. I have to go. Do you want to stay here, or I don't know if we're doing buddy system. I need to go.
I'm not. You
Is
can't
anyone
go
getting
alone.
us if we're in the room?
You can't go alone. I'm going with you. We need to get the lovers. They're coming. They can't be kissing while you're.
Okay. Well,
what's wrong?
I will send you my location. You can meet me there. I have to go now.
You can wait 5 seconds for us to get the other
Take
two.
one of the.
If I can't be alone in the
vehicle.
woods, you can wait 5 seconds.
Take your vehicle.
Oh my god.
Just yell for us.
So
I'm living.
As I'm
Like,
wiping gold off my face.
Yeah.
Get down here, you bitches!
So before
I gotta go. My mom's in trouble. Leaves.
before Jesse
I'm
screams
running
that,
after him.
before like all of this is technically happening almost simultaneously, essentially. Maxine, you also get a ping from your computer. Because at this point, like, you have put into place like all of the like research things with Luna's help. You've put in all of the different mechanisms cyber-wise to ping on anything that Derek Bischoff has activity. Luna made sure that you also pinged like Malachi, Estella's name, like anything that you guys could have thought of under the sun and sky. You put as alerts. And you get an alert on your supercomputer in your room saying that Malachi has been broken out from the hospital.
Oh, we have to get we need to go now. I open the door. Guys, we're leaving.
Yeah, we are.
Things are, what's going on
Bye.
with you?
I'm like already.
Jesse's gone.
I'm running behind him.
I like the scene to be like Luna just grabs Max's hands, drags her out.
I drop the opossum. I turn around. I grab it really quick. I leave.
I want a little character detail if I can have one.
Okay.
When we leave, Maxine is not wearing any of her America shit. Just regular clothes.
Okay. Cool.
I just want the clothes symbolism.
You're regular now.
Grab your earpieces, everyone. Leave them on.
Uh-oh.
You guys are dispersing from the night tower. I'm assuming because Luna and Maxine got the ping, but Jesse also has like a different direction that he's going into, that you're splitting party at the moment.
Who's going with who?
Right after we had that big talk, but I guess so.
I know. I hate this.
Not leaving.
Buddy system is better than someone going alone.
I'll go with Jesse.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think that Camille should be with those two because it sounds like their thing is a little bit more dangerous than our thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will end tonight's episode with Jesse, Ryder, and Camille going one way to respond to Jesse's text message, and Maxine and Luna will be going a separate way, responding to the ping off of the supercomputer.
Oh man.
Everything feels bad and I'm on fire.
Oh no.
I am here.
Everything is not in fact fine.
Oh no.
Okay. So with the close of the first part of our Masks miniseries epilogue, we are going to end this session. So at the end of every session, our team members get to choose one of three things. They get to choose to draw closer to the team. They can choose to grow into their own image of themselves, or they can choose to grow away from the team. So we will go ahead and do that, starting with Maxine.
Oh, jeez, I don't know. I don't feel like growing closer to the team because we didn't actually like solve it. We like addressed a bunch of issues without actually like doing anything. Not that we really had the chance. I guess grow into my own image, since like I've agreed like, all right, I'm dropping my belt. I'm gonna focus on being a person and a superhero and not try to do like all three things at once. So yeah, that one.
Okay. So to grow into your own image of yourself, you explained why. So you get to shift one label up and another down.
Okay. I'm going to shift my mundane up and my danger down.
Perfect. Jesse, which one are you choosing?
Probably also growing into my own image of myself, because he is kind of turning into like, I can't explain it. It's just of like he is starting to see, like he feels like he's starting to see things more of like as they are, instead of like his own like biases like kind of blocking him, especially with his mom. And is kind of growing more into like kind of the person that he wants to be, especially with like trying his best to be of help in any situation. So I will say yeah, superior up, and I guess mundane down, because he's doing okay, but not great with his civilian obligations. So yeah, superior up and then mundane down for him.
Okay, perfect. Camille, what is Camille choosing?
I think this will be the first and maybe only time she grows away from the team. Just because I think she's so afraid of losing these people.
Okay.
That she's like, even if they don't, I'll do anything to protect them.
Gotcha. Absolutely makes sense. So for grow away from the team, you can take influence over you away from another character. So who currently has influence over you right now?
Everybody.
Then you get to take that away from one person.
I guess I'll take it from Ryder, because I almost ate their mask. It made me so mad.
Okay. So Ryder, you now lose influence over Camille.
I still got it on you.
Ryder, what are you choosing?
I am going to grow closer to the. They have demonstrated that they care about me.
Perfect. So, sorry, go ahead.
So I have to give. I have to explain who made me feel welcome, and give them influence.
Yes.
Everyone kind of helped with that. I think Maxine talked the most and was the most adamant that I can't be doing this shit.
Extremely typical of me to talk the most, yeah.
But you were very, well, it was kind of you and Luna were both very much like, no, stop it. Get some help.
Well, the parents of the group.
Well, who would Ryder most readily listen to?
Maxine. We'll go with Maxine.
Okay.
And so you already have influence over me, and thus must shift one of my labels up and one of them down.
I think I'm going to base this on like what Maxine would like for you to do. So I'm going to bring Freak down, and mundane feels wrong because Maxine doesn't necessarily want you to be like to not do anything.
Well, mundane is for like piercing the mask or comfort or support. Not necessarily not doing anything, it's being more in touch with like civilian life.
I get that, but like it's like, but that's not like, Maxine's happy to encourage you to like help out on the mission and stuff. It's just like, I think can your superior go up?
Yes, definitely. It's my lowest stat currently.
Okay, cool. So bring superior up, because I think that like what Maxine is doing is not encouraging you to like be a civilian, but like assessing the situation feels more like in tune with what she wants from you. Like, look, help us out, investigate what's going on, don't put yourself in harm's way, because we can all do that a little more readily than you right now.
Gotcha. Okay. And I will mark potential.
Perfect. Also, please go ahead and mark your doom sign tracker for that last vision.
I did do that, yes.
Perfect.
But you would say that I did make progress on defeating my nemesis.
Yes, I would also say
cool.
that. And then Luna, what is Luna choosing?
I think growing into herself, or person, whatever that is.
Perfect. Why do you feel that way?
She has to learn how to be just her, and she's not the transistor anymore.
Totally makes sense. So for that one, you get to shift one label up and another down.
I know this is weird because of the reasons I just gave, but I want to shift Freak up just because, like, she can still use her powers.
Mm-hmm.
She still is a hacker, so I think that's gonna go up. For down, I guess, I don't know, Savior?
Okay.
I don't know how that makes sense, but it makes sense compared to the others.
I mean, I think it makes a little sense just because because you have lost your transistor identity.
Yeah.
It kind of plays into that.
Can't really be defending people when I'm not a hero at the moment.
Cool.
We're a hero in our hearts.
I want to take all of these characters and just give them a kiss on the forehead.
I know, I want to
would
hug
fix them.
I want to put them all
fix
in a
them.
freaking. I want to put them all on the quickest Uber to a therapist.
An XL Uber.
Yeah, it's got to fit all of them. They can't be separated.
Okay, and that's where we are going to end tonight's episode of the Portent Kast. Don't forget to enter our dice giveaway to celebrate our 2nd anniversary. Entries will close on Friday, August 16th, 2024, and you can find all the information on how to enter in the description below, as well as on all of our social medias. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope to catch you next time for our mini-series' conclusion. And may the dice guide you to beautiful friendships.